Welcome to the Free Cheese episode 305. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Marc Augustiniak.
What's up?
Matt Zellner.
Hello.
The Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. How you guys doing?
All right.
Yeah?
Refreshed.
Refreshed?
Yeah.
From your Chicago getaway?
Oh yeah, that happened, didn't it?
It did happen, didn't it?
I got sunburnt.
Ooh.
It's kind of recovering now.
I could see.
You can see where my arm was folded
Folded.
when I got burnt from being on a phone. So the arm joint is
Get this burn
unscathed.
crease. Got a good burn crease going on.
Yeah, the back of my neck has it the worst. I think there's still like a little like island of scab there, and then my nose is okay. My forehead was bad at first.
Yeah, I spent an afternoon driving home from work, peeling my head the one day, and then now it's happened on my arms, but not so bad. But
Yeah, like my left arm isn't as bad as my right arm. Kind of the
That's good
same
stuff.
now, but like wearing a hat the whole time. There's also that hat line.
Got
so
that good
so
little,
whenever I
like-
wear a hat, I'm like I have to make sure it lines up with.
line up the D.
Yeah.
Matt, how's your D lining up over there?
I'm doing good.
You got some good sunburn lines?
No, I've been doing pretty good. I've been out on the boat a couple of times as well.
Clean, even tan going on?
A little bit. I think the back of my neck got a little sunburn, but I was back at the brew event a few weeks back.
The first sun of the season.
I guess that was my first time of the season.
I spent some time in the sun today, playing a little catch with my brother. My nephew's graduation party. Dude. Woo, man. Some kid just wandered up and jumped into us throwing a football back and forth. And then,
Just like intercepted and ran.
no, he was just like hanging out and playing catch. And then, like, he really liked my brother for some reason. And, like, he kept, like, not throwing it to me. And then Sean would turn and he'd go, yo, he's not going to throw it to you this time. Like, loud enough the kid could clearly hear him. And the kid just keeps throwing it to Sean. Sean's like, see? And then Sean would, like, throw it to me. And there was one time, like, I dropped it. And he's like, need a new brother. And he goes, all right, next one who catches my throw gets to be my new brother. And the fucking kid dove for it. Just kept fucking with him. And then my brother's just like, well, yeah, you know, he's like, I'm a long-time veteran player here. NCAA. Never mind, that's basketball. And I was like, yo, that's football too. And he was like, yep, same difference. And NC, that's me. And then he just keeps, like, every fucking throw. He's like, yep, veteran throw right there, veteran throw. And then my brother had rolled his sleeves up, like, to his shoulders because it was hot as fuck out. Couple minutes went by, the kid's got his fucking sleeves rolled up, and Sean's like, boy, it's hot out here. And the kid's just mirroring everything he does.
Where did this kid come from?
I don't know. And then at one point, the fucking kid goes, yeah, well, the coach from Central High really wants me, so. And Sean goes, same. Like, everything this fucking kid did just kept hitting it back and forth. Cracking me up, man.
How old was the kid? Or like, how do he look?
It's like high school age.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, that's even stranger.
yeah.
I wasn't
expecting high school.
I was expecting like elementary
or middle school.
Yeah.
He had that, like, you know, that Walmart warrior kind of thing going on.
Walmart warrior.
You know the type.
Please explain.
I think we might have
You know
the
the
title of a podcast.
I didn't think we'd hit it that soon. I don't know. It's just, I don't know, like.
Is it like sweatpants?
Just like fucking.
Like
Like, here, I took a picture of his shoes that I'll share with
took a
you.
picture of his shoe.
Are they like the Velcro strap shoes?
No, they were boots that he wrote Nissan Skyline on.
Nissan Sky.
With a
Is
marker.
that his nickname?
I don't know.
Oh, what? All there's
Yeah.
more than that.
Yeah, alright, so let's read this boot real
It's
quick.
like a yearbook. What is it?
Let's read this boot.
One of them says, take a step into my. I can't make it out there.
Dungeon?
Soft pool. I wish I could stop dreaming. Lies is just written on the side of his.
Did he have a tattoo on his forehead that said damaged?
No, it said Kyler. Shout out to everybody who just got that joke, aka Ben. Yeah, I don't know. It was a great time. Here it is from afar, and you could see I knew that pip photo wouldn't be enough, so I got in there real good.
Huh.
I don't know, man. Take a step is what it says.
Interesting.
That's from your iPhone 10?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. It's a cell phone.
Yeah,
I just my brother fucking with people is probably one of my favorite joys in life. Just
The stories I hear of Sean fucking with people is probably one of my favorite joys.
because it's just so natural. Like he just falls into that because he's got that voice now. The older he's gotten that like cadence down of just like fucking your neighbor grilling, where he's just like, yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, and he does that shit where you're like, you can't. You think you're like, oh, okay, yeah, he's serious. He sounds genuine. He sounds like just my good old neighbor, but he's just like fucking full of shit. The kid's like going on about how he wants to do this, and Sean's like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, 9 years I did that. Like, no, you fucking didn't.
this breaks up the monotony.
Oh, it's fucking good. And like every time the kid would like go to throw the ball, and it would be like wobbly, and Sean would be like, yeah, got to do better on that one. Come on. Let's chop it up. And then I'd throw it like almost just as bad. And he'd be like, you see, that's perfect right there. That's the kind of spiral you want to aim for. And the kid threw it one time and Sean punched it and he goes, try again. Just like,
Oh, man.
it's a good day in the sun.
That sounds like it.
Yeah.
All I did was see a deer
Dead, alive.
alive.
Nah.
It was just staring at me.
Did you punch it in the nose and say, try again?
No, couldn't get that close. I took pictures, and when I zoomed in, I was like, this is not good quality, taking a picture. But then it turns out I took it too early because I also filmed a little bit of him just like eating whatever. But again, I did it too early because the beauty shot was when he turned around and just started taking a shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's the shot I should have got.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
That was a lot.
We went to a llama farm or alpaca farm. That's what it was. Alpacas.
I saw some alpacas today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you watch some shit?
No.
That's an experience. Another one I wish I would have filmed.
Is it
but-
just like an avalanche?
Yeah, but they're little baby pellets.
Yeah.
It looks like Butterfinger BBs.
Yeah, a deer's the same
I
way.
saw a tray of them.
Wow, what the fuck?
It's just,
Yeah, what? How do you do that?
and then move on.
I don't get it. I don't understand how something there doesn't add up. I've seen a lot of things poop. Seeing that poop for the first time, real weird. I don't get it. Did you watch anything poop today?
Dogs.
There you go.
Yeah.
You watch dogs? You know dogs?
Yeah, I was hanging out with dogs. Went to this little, I think they called it Wolf Fest or Wolf Stock. Sorry, Wolf Stock. It was something in Carroll County.
And this is just like a dog festival.
It's just, it's
'Cause
like
it makes me think
Brew
other
at the
things.
zoo, but imagine all those tents are just like volunteer like tents or shop tents instead of beer tents.
Not what I expected.
So there's no booze there.
You can. It's the weirdest brewery I've ever seen. So it is a brewery, but because it's like, is Calvert or Carroll? Now I'm getting all mixed up.
Was it north or south?
South.
Calvert.
Okay. So yeah, we were there, and it's all just hills and farms and shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like this little shack, and I swear to God, your basement's bigger than the actual like main lobby. You like walk in. As soon as you walk in, there's a desk to the left. The dude's got 5 taps right there, all homemade because it's a brewery. And there's one table, maybe the size of this, in the corner, and that's it.
That's the brewery.
And that's
the whole fucking thing.
At least the lobby part of it, yeah. But yeah, you can go in there, grab a beer, and walk around with it if you wanted to.
Wolfstock.
Yeah.
All right, we need to come up with a better name right now. What do you got? A festival where you can go get things for your dogs for free?
There was free stuff. Yep.
Okay.
Are there any furries?
No.
Wolfstock sounds like a place for furries.
Right, so that's why we need to help them rebrand here. Let's Dogtoberfest would work if it were in October. We're not though. June.
Or it could, yeah, if it was August, it would have been Dogust.
The dog
Dogist.
days of summer.
Dog Days of Summer. There you go. That would have been good. Just call it Dog Days. Call it Double D's. Come on down to the Double D's. That's what I'm always saying.
You can apply to something else too.
I don't know. The diner. Right, that's Double T. Never mind.
I don't know.
Jackie T. You could call it Jackie T's Summer of Dogs.
If Jack Trenton's not there,
No, you
Then
just
he
have
doesn't
his.
want it.
You have his face painted on the side of the building. You know the picture you have set as your background. Just put that on the side of the building.
yeah.
Oh my god, I do not understand Dota Underlords. I'm just kidding. I kind of understand it now, but I don't know what to do next. And
My
first off,
heart just kind of like just melted over this table
right.
because you're actually now fucking playing the thing I've been saying has been good, that you've been saying trash.
Well, I'm always gonna say it's trash. So I played that because that beta's out now.
Correct.
So I played a little bit of it. Sorry, side note. My sister always wants us to take pictures together whenever me, her, and my brother are together, and I fucking hate it. So I got in the car, and I was like, I'm ready to roll. And they were like, no, come on, we're not leaving until we do this.
Gotta
and I went,
do a picture.
all right, great. So my mom took a bunch, but didn't look at them before we all walked away. And now I think she just discovered it because she's texting them to me. Closed my eyes through all of them. Look at that. 2 of them back to back. Same ass. Mm-hmm.
Your brother's American flag shorts.
Yeah, I mean, you got to.
It's like a bathing suit I will wear, honestly.
I think it was a bathing suit.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I played it. Dota Underlords, you could download it for free. Well, nothing in life is free. Let's get that straight first. But you can play the beta now on Steam, iOS, or Android. If you listen to last week's show, you heard Matt kind of talk about some of the differences here between it and Auto Chess. So, first, I don't know how you ever attempted to explain audibly or through words what this game is, because I cannot. There's so much to it. Like, I don't.
This is how. Back in my show notes, back into February 10th, I had a mile-long note.
But that's what I mean. Like, it's just too much. It's way too much to explain to somebody. Like,
Wow.
I don't even know if I could elevator pitch it. It's like
You can't. Every podcast that I listened to that tried to explain it was like, it's this thing.
Do you know what it is? If I had to ask you, Mark, like to describe auto chess,
Like if I wasn't
yeah.
like familiar
If
with
someone
that
walked up
whole...
to you right now and said, "Hey, you do a video game podcast. Tell me about auto chess. How does it work?"
I guess I would say take the mechanics of Dota and put it into a chess-like game.
It's not that though.
So yeah, and
That's
but
where the
that's
auto
not-
chess. I hate that name.
As
So-
somebody who
but it
doesn't
makes
play
sense.
it, that's the best I could do.
So what I get after now playing it is you're on a chessboard, but it has nothing to do with chess. You're in every round lasts like a minute or less.
Mm-hmm.
Every round you have the opportunity to get a new hero to put on your board,
Okay.
and then you can only have a max of 8 heroes on your bench, and you can only put heroes into play equivalent to your level.
And the object of the whole game is to just wipe out the other team.
So not unlike Dota, where you have, or Magic or whatever, you have your player health. You need to, each round, knock out the opponent's team, and then that will do damage to the player.
But you still upgrade with items and whatnot. And
You upgrade with items. You also can fold so if you get 3 razors, you can combine them into a 2-star razor. And if you get 3 2-star razors, you can combine them into a 3-star razor. Razor is one of the characters.
It'd be 3. You need 3 2-stars.
That's what I said.
I thought you said 2 2-stars. Sorry.
So I get it, like how it's played now. I still don't think I could clearly understand all of it. Like, I think if you're curious about this at all, just go play it.
like
How's
it's
the tutorial? Did you try the tutorial?
I did, but it didn't. I don't know, man. It was
I
weird,
would
like,
want to go back and I should have played that just to see what that looks like for you all.
It kind of wasn't a tutorial. Like, it kind of set you up at the beginning, like, hey, here's what you have to do. But then an hour went by. I did the whole thing, and like, after the first few rounds, they don't really tell you much. You're kind of on your own, which isn't bad because I think the general hook of it is fine. It's the part not unlike Dota. Like Dota, you kind of get it right away. Okay, yeah, I got to take out that thing, but before I can take out that big thing, I got to take out these little things. Got it. But then there's all the nuance of the characters and how they work and what they do, and that's the part where I'm like, first, my default is, well, that guy looks cool, so I'm going to buy him and put him on my team, which isn't always the best strategy to have in any game, unless it's like Mortal Kombat or something. But this, I'm finding it hard to know what to do with the economy of the game. Do I spend my money to, like, recycle the, you basically, Mark, you get I think it's 5 heroes to choose from each, like, beginning of round to add to your team. And you can refresh that list of 5. If there's not one in there that you want, you can refresh it for 2 gold. and that gives you 5 more. And you can do that infinitely until you run out of gold. So I don't know if I should keep doing that to chase, building my roster up with a single character and get it, try and get a big one like that. You can also spend your gold on XP to level your character or your player level up, which allows you to put more characters on the board at a single time. What's the fucking meta? Do I chase a 3-star? Do I chase just the type?
It depends, kind of. Your first 5 rounds are so much more important in this game than people think. And right in those 5 rounds, you're going to get, that random selection of heroes. You don't want to reroll then. There's no point, right?
Yeah.
So
you don't have enough gold.
You just kind of see what heroes you get, and you start to see the shape of a lineup, and knowing all right, if I can get this character, and this character in the next 5 rounds or so, I have the whatever class that
the blue and the red class are beefed up a little bit. So
and you get you got a health buff and a speed attack buff, which are probably pretty good things to have, right? So you kind of start thinking about that, but then also those first 2 rounds against actual opponents, if you lose those first 2 rounds, your best bet is to maybe not worry about trying to win, but just get your gold up. So do you know about the gold interest thing? Round by round.
Yeah. Every time if you're on a winning streak, a losing streak, you get bonuses, damage bonuses. Not damage bonus, but you get
the gold bonus.
Yeah.
So the goal is to just stay on a streak, whether it's winning or losing, until you get to up around 50 gold, and that's where your interest on the gold per round maxes out.
Okay.
And then once you kind of go above 50, that's when if you have extra gold, you can re-roll or buy a level or whatever. But at one point, with you winning, you might want to invest some gold in early just to make sure you get that head start and stay ahead. And then at some point, hopefully you're ahead enough where you can just kind of keep racking up that gold to get to 50. If you're losing, the goal is to get to 50 as soon as possible. But you don't want to just sacrifice rounds because you'll lose health because you never get your health back. And then you'll be at a bad spot in case you lose a round or 2 in the late game. And then, with you losing, you race to 50. Once you get to 50 and above, that's when you start buying characters, high level ones, and going in to try to win.
Is the combat real time?
It's automated.
Yeah,
so you just put your characters on a board in a certain pattern, and patterns do matter.
So that's the other thing too, is there's no definition of why a pattern matters, what to do. I've seen people clump them in a group of 9 or 3 by 3 by 3. But I've also I don't know, for me, when you put a character down, if you have 2 characters on the board, sometimes those characters will be arrows coming out and pointing to the other character, which tells me, just standard UI, oh, this character is boosting or helping that character in another way. So I will try to move them in a position that makes sense, but I feel like it doesn't do me. I could put those characters to the right or to the fucking left, or
they're not necessarily boosting off each other. What you could try to do though is try to position your roster on the board in a way to kind of counter the other roster, right? So,
but how do you know what the other roster is?
Tabbing. You have to. Well, I don't know what it is on
iPad.
iPad.
Here on iPad, you're just tapping on the left side. You can click the character profiles.
Yeah, and that's where that game is long and slow, but every second matters. If you bought your characters and you're just sitting there waiting for 10 seconds, that's 10 seconds where you could be looking at other builds. The thing is with auto chess, if you know what the other player's build is, so say he's already got, I don't know, a brawny build, right? That's less heroes in the pool for that type of class hero. So if you're late to the game trying to get a brawny class, you're less likely now to get it because he's got the heroes. There is a pool.
So I've played a few games of this, and the one time I quickly got 2 2-star axes.
Okay.
And I was just real close to getting all I needed was 1 more axe. So I was fuck it, I'm gonna burn all my gold just chasing this axe. And I just kept doing that just to see what would happen. Just as it was a, what do you call it? What do we call that? For science? Yeah, right.
Experimenting?
For research. I was let me just burn all my gold here and try and chase an axe. And that did not end well. I lost that round. But I don't know. I also don't know. I guess looking at the other, because when you see someone has, is it Venom?
Venomancer, the snake.
Fucking yeah, like I think that's the one I go up against where it's just a
He
fucking
puts the wards down,
like,
right?
the
Like
worm?
the little wards or those worms that spit.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. It's not him then. Yes, I know that. The one basically you start off and it's a fucking 10 by 10 grid of just acid on the floor. I don't know who does
Alchemist?
that. I have no idea, but I
Or
know
is
that
it Venomancer? Does it fly? Is it green fly?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to who's on the team. I just know that occasionally I go up against somebody and the whole board would be fucking acid except for like the
Probably
outline.
Alchemist.
Sucks. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about this in the like specific nitty gritty stuff because as someone who had heard people on a podcast talk about this a lot, when I hadn't played it, it's fucking confusing and I was ready to fall asleep. So I don't want to.
I mean, I think the name auto chess makes perfect sense for it. Like,
So how about
I
Dota
mean-
Underlords?
I mean, auto chess sounds good as like a genre.
yeah.
Like it is a automated strategy game. Like you're setting everything up and then for it to automatically happen.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Someone
And it-
floated around a name for this genre. Instead of it calling auto chess, it was like automated strategy. I forget what it was, but it was something I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I like that a little bit better, and it's calling it auto chess.
Automated real-time strategy?
I don't.
No,
it was
'cause I wouldn't
something
call it auto chess.
automated was in it, and it
Yeah.
that's clicked a little bit better than
Auto
just
chess.
calling it auto chess.
Because the chess immediately sets up this like,
turn by turn strategy, and it
Yeah.
like it is strategy.
and
but
you are
it's
thinking
not.
ahead. You should
Yeah.
think a few moves ahead, not unlike chess.
Strategy.
But like, I've definitely not. I used to play a lot of chess, and I've not like tapped those muscles at all. Maybe that's why I'm getting fucked up. Maybe I should start tapping into that
The
way
only
of.
thing is what you just said there. You want to be thinking 5 turns ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
that
mean, like,
random element of like what you're gonna get and how you're gonna get
Yeah.
it, like that's the.
But it makes it sound like positioning and using certain types matters against other types, like
Yeah.
chess.
Yeah, I think so. You should know what you're going up against, and then like your items should feed into that. And they do some clever things like with the UI, at least in Underlords. I don't know about auto chess, but like if an item comes up for you to get, if there's nothing on the board that would benefit from it, it says 0 characters on the board would benefit from this, but 2 on the bench would, or some shit like that. And you're like, okay, I'm not even gonna get this then.
Yeah, that's the one key difference between Underlords and the regular game is the itemizations and those builds and stuff. Like in auto chess, I think a character can only have 1 slot, right?
Wait,
Or in Underlords, your character can only have 1 slot for
An
a thing,
item?
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
So in regular auto chess, it had that default Dota UI, so it had 6 and
Oh,
3 on
yeah,
the
yeah,
bench. So you could stack a hero with all these items, but some of them didn't. You know, if you had 2 of one item, some of them didn't stack. It was
Yeah.
a waste. Once you put an item on a character, you couldn't move it, so you had to be careful. Like you had to put it on a character early that you knew you were going to delete, like later down the road, or recycle to put it onto a better character as well. And then the other thing was it did the Dota. You have to kind of craft the weapon. This one, it just tells you the tier right away, and you don't have to remember any recipes.
That's pretty.
The
nice.
Dota auto chess had like you had to memorize the recipes. Like there was a thing to show you like what goes into what, but if you're looking at that, you're wasting your time. You're not scouting.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So
Yeah, the scouting thing. I guess
they
I gotta
definitely
get
have
used to.
streamlined that in a much better way this time around. Yeah, to get the like the Muldrin ore or the electric like Thor hammer thing. It's so much easier.
So you're playing on PC still, right?
I haven't touched Underlords much this week. I only played that one game. I ran it on my iPad 6th gen just to see what it was like on the iPad UI.
Yeah.
My one biggest complaint, like on a computer, I can always hover over those little icons and just see what it is.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when you're picking heroes, I could hover over like the little icon and see what that class is and what the buff is. On the iPad, I've really only found one place to do it, and it was in the middle of a round. Or it was on the side, and you had to get out of the character thing. It just didn't seem...
Yeah, I like usually I've got to like tap and hold, and sometimes I'm not sure if it was like the first day I like could not sign into Steam. I was putting in the
wow.
correct password and username, but it was like popping up with like red things on it, and I was like, "This is right." And it was a matter of like turning off my or quitting the app, restarting my iPad, like a day later, and it was fine.
man.
Or maybe because I was trying it like literally like the second it hit the store, I saw like a post go up somewhere, a tweet or whatever the fuck, and I was like, I'll download it. Why not?
I know the League of Legends beta one for their auto chess version. There was like an hour-long queue time to get into the game.
God.
And it wasn't even an hour. It was like it was one of those things where it would crawl. It would be like time remaining, an hour and 7 minutes. You come back to it in 15 minutes, an hour and 5 minutes remaining. There was a streamer that I watched who usually played Dota trying to get into it, and his whole stream he never got it.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It was wild, but
I feel like if you're diving into this for the first time, iPad might not be the best way to go, just because learning the classes and the builds and knowing which characters go in which class is so important, especially if you're trying to win games, because that shit matters at the end game. It's tough to learn on the iPad UI, but if you know what you're doing,
yeah, like I kind of want to try it on PC.
I mean, Underlords is kind of newish to me because they have a lot more of the Dota heroes in it than when I played from off the Dota client, and they had to rework some of the heroes because of the sheer amount of heroes they have in the game now. So like there were some heroes that was confusing me, like what they were, and like relearning those characters on an iPad as opposed to my PC the day I played it there was definitely harder. Or maybe not harder, maybe that's a bad word, but it was not as streamlined. It was not as UI friendly.
Yeah, I get that. So there's Dota Underlords, and like, apparently there's 70 different fucking auto chess games out there. So if you're curious,
3.
give it. No, actually, there's a lot. Because the other day,
the App Store.
Yeah, when I went to go search for it the other day, I was like, oh my.
3 main ones.
God.
You got the new Epic one, which is Dota, which was the original developer. Dota Underlords from Valve, and then League of Legends is trying to get their shit together now.
Oh, man.
Or was it Riot? Yeah, Riot.
Yeah, right. Well, did you play anything this week besides Underlords?
I played the regular Dota.
Oh, hold on. We should stop the podcast. Why? Just TI countdown? Like more of the same? Or
I don't know what has triggered it, but I am all in on Dota. Between playing it, between watching it. Oh, man. I'm watching the streamer Admiral Bulldog play, former TI winner, who talks shit. It is like, not only am I watching him play Dota at a decently high level, he's just talking shit the entire time, and his chat makes fun of him when he loses, and like he just like it's in good fun most of the time. Yeah. But yeah, so the difference there, and I brought this up last week, I'm watching someone play just one character. I'm not watching a broadcast. So when you watch a broadcast, you're seeing like all the different heroes at various times. You're never seeing anyone build a hero per se. But with him just playing one, he's usually a mid laner. So like he's usually saying out loud like, oh, you know, what item should I go here? Because he's not using a guide or anything. Like he knows the game, right? He knows what items he needs at various points, whatever. So, you know, I like that different view of that thought process of just like, what's my character build? How do I get to that build? When do I farm? When do I, when's it good to attack? And yeah, that's helped me out tremendously. And like he plays like all these different characters. Ironically enough, he's going through his jungle expedition still on his stream. So like he's just like, all right, what character today? All right, we're gonna try this character that's supposed to be safe lane in the mid lane because I like to play mid. And it's like, all right, well, good luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been seeing him play all these different heroes. Has encouraged me to play a couple different ones this week, and I'm actually going through my jungle expedition a little bit better, and my plays picked up too. Like usually I was more traditionally like scared of a team fight just because Dota. I always feel like I'm out.
It always ends in you being dead.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
No, man, I was the one in the chat. I feel like this week with some characters, I was like, "We're ready to fight. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's fight and either take Roche, take a tower, and go back to farm and out lanes or whatever." And I felt really good. There was a game where I should have won MVP and they didn't vote me for whatever fucking reason. I'm still pissed.
Well, at least you're humble about it, right?
It was my third time playing a hero, Monkey King.
Every game has one.
Yeah.
Dude, he's great. Jumps on trees, out of sight lines and stuff. He's great. I had 17 kills, which more than doubled the next person on my team. Had 7 assists on top of the 17 kills, and only 3 deaths, and everyone else had more deaths than me. Didn't fucking get it. That's right. The other team gets to vote for MVP too, and I know I get mad sometimes and never vote for the right person that should be MVP. So
could have happened.
That's probably what happened.
Did you get any other commendations this week?
What do you mean?
Any other like in Dota?
Oh yeah. I hit the perfect conduct score. With me just saying all that shit, I have the perfect conduct score of 10,000 out of 10,000, meaning I am a good sport.
Liar.
They don't fucking know you.
I didn't hear the number 69 anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's perfect score.
I think you tabbed too much when you had the fucking text chat open, so you're just sending it to yourself. Because if you're, there's no way that if you're typing shit, they actually gave you 10,000 out of 10,000.
No, it comes from other people's commendations and stuff, man.
Yeah. I guess so.
I'm the fucking perfect player out there. Just gotta build the skill now. And I'm
All right.
TI ready.
You're always the MVP to us.
Well,
Thanks.
you had you got yourself 25 minutes of Dota talk. You got any other Dota stuff? You want to get out of? Can we get out of Dota land for?
I don't know when that Mordecai mode's coming. That's
What?
the last thing. Remember, there's that last part of the battle pass.
Oh,
I'm still waiting for that.
We
to
got
see
2
what
months till the wrapper. You'll be all right.
I thought battle pass would be right behind it, but
Yeah.
because you can only play that mode during the battle pass, so
Give it time.
yeah. I mean, someone usually ends up spinning it out to the like the mod section, which is where Auto Chess was given birth. So I forget what's called. Yeah, I'll skip one game that I touched on briefly because I have a feeling you, Joe, played a lot of it. So I will wait until then. And then the other one that I've started, the campaign one, is a little game by Sony Bend called Days Gone.
Oh, here we go.
So you see, look, this is what happened. I talked about Auto Chess at the beginning of this year, nonstop. He hated it. He's playing it,
No.
kind of enjoying it. It's a little confusing, I know.
It's
And
something.
here he is. And now I'm moving on to my next attempt.
Look, before you go into Days Gone territory, but not unlike Dota, the gameplay hook is something that gets you going in Underlords and Dota and all of that, but I fall off because I don't give a fuck about the world. If you put if that fucking Infinite Crisis MOBA hadn't died 6 months after it launched, girl, I'd be playing it every week. If you gave me fucking Auto Chess, Underlords, whatever, with characters I gave a shit about, fucking make NetherRealm, make a Mortal Kombat one of these, that'd be wild.
That'd be cool.
Like, fucking have Ubisoft do some weird ass shit with Rabbids and Zelda. Let's go.
Oh, it could have been called MOBA Combat.
I see.
Wait, no, you're getting that. In that mobile game, you're getting all the Tom Clancy universes together. Remember?
That's not what I mean. I just meant that like Nintendo's not gonna do it with Zelda characters. So let Ubisoft do it. Make Rabbids 2, but this time Zelda, and it's a fucking Auto Chess game. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit at the wall, but I like it, but I can't like it forever because I don't like the characters. Anyway, speaking of characters I don't like, tell me about Days Gone and Deacon Saint Deacon.
So, I actually really like this game so far.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely it's the perfect game between The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2. It really is, because now Last of Us 1 is so story driven, and whenever you're playing, there's that constant threat of like as soon as you come across two enemies of any kind, like you automatically feel outnumbered and you feel like you're gonna lose that gunfight.
Yep.
If anyone sees you. So the whole premise is to sneak around and either take them out one by one or get through the area and go to the next phase of the story. Days Gone has that same thing with the Freakers and the other camps, other bandits or whatever.
I love that name.
The Freakers, yeah. what other new zombie name can we come up with this week? But yeah, it's the same thing of like, I see one or two Freakers, I'm not freaking out, but like they usually travel in hordes. So once I see 7, I'm like, oh fuck, man. If like one sees me, they're all gonna scream and they're all gonna come after me, and it's not a fun time.
I Am Legend style.
Yeah. And then with the camps, like the gunplay, like it's intentionally, I think, like stiff because there's skill trees and that kind of stuff to help improve your accuracy and your reloading and your running and whatever. That's all there. But like the shooting doesn't feel good, I think, on purpose because
You're meant to get better, or you never were a shooter before. Like, is it canon?
Like I think it's supposed to be like you're not you're not Agent 47 taking out the entire hub of people coming in that bedroom in that, Marc style. The game is not meant to do that. You're meant to always feel like you're in danger if you got more than like 3 people or whatever on you. So that's what I really like, but it's that kind of thing, more open world, and it's less story heavy, at least right now for me. I got one kind of opening cutscene. Funny enough, it seemed very similar to The Last of Us, where it kind of jumps you into the city. Mayhem's kind of going off. You send your wife away on this helicopter because I don't know if she was shot or whatever, but she was kind of bleeding from like her stomach area. You send her away, but you stay behind because there wasn't enough room for you in the helicopter for you and your friend. I think it's Boozer or Booker. I can't remember. Whatever. It's the friend that's still with you at the beginning of the game. So you all get out of the city, and then like she's not around, and it does the whole day's gone. And it's like 737 days gone since that incident. And you see it, yeah. And you're kind of starting to put the pieces together that helicopter crashed, and she's dead, and he's just like pissed off, right?
Okay.
Where is
And
she?
I got to a point now. It's kind of early-ish on where you kind of hear. There's this company. They're called. I think it's like Nero. They are like the government right now. They're like trying to. They had like these safe havens, these camps, that kind of stuff, and like, kind of like the Firefly camps. Like they're starting to slowly go away as just this outbreak takes over. But they still got helicopters. They still got like these hazmat suits where like if you go into a battle with them, you can't kill them. You have to actually sneak around them. So you kind of there's something that happens when you follow a helicopter and you kind of hear this name, O'Brien, and it turns out that's the dude's name that was like taking people into the copter. Okay. So he's thinking, well, shit, he's alive. We got to figure out what the hell happened. So that's kind of where I'm going now. But then there's other things, like there's other like main camps that aren't like the government ones. There's one nearby. It's called Copeland. And it's like your hub. It's like where you can trade in your bounties. Because every time you kill a freaker, if you go over to them, you get like an ear. You can trade in those bounties for money. Yeah.
No, keep going.
Yeah. That's where you can upgrade your bike. You can get your supplies, buy weapons, that kind of stuff.
Sorry, I can't look at Marc anymore.
Anyway. You're trying to build a relationship with those different camps. I'm assuming there's other ones out there as you start exploring more of the map. But yeah, it's not really leaning hard into the story stuff at the moment. It's more kind of letting you like do whatever. Now there are story missions, and you could do the whole point A to point B, but I'm just kind of letting the world kind of come to me as I start to go to these objectives. Like I'm still not shying away from, if I see something interesting over to the right, I'm going to abandon my story mission to see what's going on over there.
So the last game that I had that I thought did that well was Breath of the Wild. How does this stack up in that regard? Like in a
Not
post,
boring.
I don't mean it like that. I mean in a post Breath of the Wild world, like open world games they feel different. Where you do have that sense of like in Breath of the Wild, there's always something you're going from point A to point B, but along the way you've got that. Oh shit, what's that? Is that like?
It's not like it. It's not like that. It's going to be more like if you want to say Breath of the Wild took the next step in that, which I would agree with. I have other issues with that game. It's back in that previous step where like you're going through to point A to point B, but then like the question mark comes up on your map. And you're like, oh, what's this?
All right. So I have a couple questions if you don't mind. The open world piece, like what is that like? Does it seem big? Does it seem empty? Does it seem full of stuff? Like regardless of the check or the mapping system of like here's this thing, do you feel like it's?
It seems like this. It seems just dense, just because all the woods and stuff.
Can you kind of just go through the woods if you want to?
You could. I mean, your bike's not going to make it through, but like you could, no problem. Like you can park your bike and run out and
That's
like
cool.
Good luck, whatever.
What do you mean good luck? Just because there's freakers?
I mean,
wandering?
yeah, like your main point of getting away from freakers is find your way back to that bike and hoping you have enough gas to evade everyone. But yeah, like there's nothing stopping you from going, I think, wherever in this game right now. But it has that thing of like, there's these infestation areas, but if you do these objectives, you can get rid of the infestation area and it becomes a fast travel point.
Like a State of Decay style thing?
Yeah, I guess. Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
But you see the tropes in there, like you do an objective, and now that objective clears fast travel for that area.
Okay.
And like you all of that traditional genre stuff.
Yeah.
But the world is interesting enough. I had to clear out one of my favorite stories. This is when I told you there was a camp that I had to clear out for because they were attacking that Copeland camp, and so you were helping them out. You clear out this bandit camp. And there was like 9 people in there, and like the way I came in, I did not have a good way of just going up and trying to take out everyone one by one. And so like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Because I'm gonna die if I just try to go in head first with all these explosives or whatever. So I was looking around and I saw a couple freakers just kind of drifting about that I was trying to dodge on my way in. And I was like, let's try something. So I started throwing rocks, which you have an infinite supply of. You just pull it up on
Rocks?
the wheel. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like throwing them, baiting them. And she ended up getting the freakers after a minute or two over to the camp. And they started charging and like to try to invade it. And now like 1 or 2 of those is not going to take over a camp. But what fucking happened, the gunshots went off. And the gunshots attracted like a mini horde from like this other side and this other side. And all of a sudden I was just sitting back seeing my objective ticker just go tick tick as these people die, and then all of a sudden it said camp cleared. Now the only shitty part is like I couldn't go in and loot the camp now because it's probably too dangerous, but I got my objective and I can go back and earn that trust or whatever. And it's like and that was the one thing that you kind of sort of got in that DLC for The Last of Us.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to see in the main game is having that
stringing things together.
Yeah.
That was so cool in the
in DLC, and it seems like The Last of Us 2 is going to finally do that a little bit more. But that I just love that strategy piece, and also like if you're going in guns blazing, like you have to be careful because a horror can just kind of come out of nowhere and it messes up your day. And then one last thing, like I was even just like driving down the road, and like I got too close to a freaker. He just like jumped on me and tackled me off the bike, and then I just saw all these other ones come. I was like, oh shit, I gotta get my bike up. I was like, oh, I almost died. It was scary.
Have you died yet?
I've died a couple times. It just resets you to like a checkpoint.
Okay.
Does the bike attract? Like starting the bike up or anything? Like does that attract?
Yeah,
freakers?
noise attracts and light attracts.
Light attracts.
So if you're traveling around in the dark and you have your headlight on for your bike, which the other thing is, I didn't think about this after the fact. I could have shown like where I had my bike. I could have angled my bike into the camp and hit my headlight, and the light would have been on the camp, and that would help me attract the freakers into that camp. There was like an abandoned medical facility. And once I got the generator on, like all the fucking speakers ended up turning on. Like, hey, this is camp whatever. If you need help, come. And then the swarm came. I was like, fuck, I need to get out.
How does it look? You're playing on PS4 or regular?
PS4.
Yeah.
I mean, the game's not the greatest looking game. I would say God of War, I think, looked a little bit better.
Okay.
But the sheer engine work of having as many of those characters on a screen at one time, I think that's the beauty of this game is that kind of under the hood thing instead of the look. I mean, it still looks great.
Does it whine like PS4 or like God of War did?
Not that I noticed.
'Cause that was the one I remember, like turning on God of War and like before the fucking title logo popped, it was just like.
I haven't had like the massive horde that we've seen at E3, like gameplay demos or whatever, right? Yeah. But no, I haven't noticed.
That's cool. No, it's good.
But yeah, I want to give this a little bit more time before I start to make assumptions, but it's good. I like the survival piece of it, and I was telling you as well, like ammo, like this is something that can be upgraded, but like I can only carry so much ammo for a gun when I'm away from my bike. Like I found an AK with a 25 round clip. I was able to have a clip and like half a clip. It's like 36 rounds total.
Are you wearing a backpack?
No, but I think that's the thing. Like you start to like get these like
because I feel like it's starting to
or whatever.
Like it's really capturing how much you can actually carry on you
Which
without compartments.
I hate like that limitation, but I love the realism of it.
Inventory is such a weird thing to do in video games.
That's
because like some games factor in weight. And that like affects you, like your pacing and moving around. Some games don't even give a shit about any of it. Just pull it out of a magic pocket. Boop.
Right. Which I like, but I like the realism. But then when
Yeah.
you're like really stuck in the realism and you're up against it, it's like fuck this.
It has
But
to be
it's-
like all or nothing,
Yeah.
I guess.
The bike they use as like your home away from home almost. So like once I start to upgrade that, I can put bags and stuff on it, so I
Yeah.
can swap out stuff on the go or pick up more ammo. Wherever you're at in the world, if you're next to your bike, you can always hold in triangle and it gives you a quick save. That's like a checkpoint.
Okay.
And then one small stupid minor detail that I think adds to like the survivalism and just isolation. The currency is cents.
weird. It's gotten that bad, huh?
Yeah, like
Just
it's such a weird detail, but as soon as I saw what the currency ended up being, I was like, I like that. I don't know why I do, but I do.
Just
It's,
starting
We
over,
have a
man.
use for coins now again.
yeah.
Well, paper burns. Coins last forever.
Yeah.
At least that's what those people on the TV told me.
I guess I'm more interested in the freakers, just to see how they work. Like, are there any like special freakers among the rest? Are they are they stronger at night?
Yes, they're stronger at night, and they're
Okay.
attracted to storms because I guess of the noise, and I think the storms kind of give them a little bit of a buff as well.
Interesting.
At one point, Deacon said something about it, like kind of to himself when I was in a storm, but I don't know if that meant like, because he was in a storm, like they're more attracted to it or they're stronger. It was kind of tough to make out, so I don't know for a fact, but I know they're attracted to storms because of the noise and stuff.
Okay.
And they are a little bit stronger at night. I have not seen like a special one per se,
Okay.
but there are these freakers they called newts, and they are like the children version. They're like teenage, like the lower end teenage to like middle school age freakers, I guess, that turn when they were children, and they actually kind of run away from you unless you kind of invade their direct home territory, or they find an opportunity to ambush you when you're weak.
I was gonna say
And
like
they'll
if,
come like a horde.
I was gonna say like if they're running away, are they screaming while running away?
They're not necessarily screaming or attracting anything. They're just kind of more running away. But there was early on, they were on top of a rooftop, and I had to go onto the rooftop to get into the building because it was all locked. Once I got up on there, they started to attack me, but they were running away from me the rest of the way.
Okay. Yeah, because each game has like they have their own zombie name, they have their own little like each zombie has their own like unique little flavor
Yeah.
to make it different. So I was just curious about.
Yeah, I mean,
that.
even Last of Us had like the fucking.
Because like World War Z, they'll pile up on each other and they have your like special ones. So I just didn't have like, all right.
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, they climb too.
They climb.
Yeah, I was on top of this. That's actually that camp.
Yeah,
That camp story. I was on top of this like abandoned rail car, this train car, and there was boxes and stuff. And the one saw me as he was like making his way. I was like, shit. Like,
So-
he's probably going to hang by that box. Nope, he jumped up on that box, and on that train, I was like, fuck, I gotta go. I got the objective.
So this makes me think that these people were alive when turned instead of because like does anybody die and come back as a freaker?
I haven't seen that. I haven't heard it said, but like I said,
Okay.
I'm only a couple hours in. I don't
Right.
necessarily know. I don't know what caused the freaker thing. I don't
Right.
know.
Because I'm just saying,
And,
like, if
yeah.
you were dead and coming back and doing that, that's impressive. Because just to do that with muscle like atrophy and rigor mortis and all that shit, to be sprinting and
there
climbing.
is. I thought this was cool. One of like the gangs or whatever is this fucked up like thinking thing of like the freakers are like a god, and so like they will worship like they kind of worship them in a way, and they think like it's a cleansing of the earth. And very early in the game, they took my partner and like we're gonna burn him to death to leave him for food.
Ew.
And like my character, I'm trying to heal him up right now. But he's got like third-degree burns on his arm because he
Damn.
literally took a torch to his arm and was set on fire, and I had to go rescue him.
Was that a random thing that happened or a
That was a story beat.
Okay.
But they're out there,
Huh.
Man.
and I kind of like the whole. This is just in general, but when you're going up to like a rival camp or like a bandit camp, all the rocks are painted like, "Come closer and we'll shoot on sight." Like, so it's really. I think it's got that.
Go fuck with them.
Well, I have been, yeah.
Headshots only.
On the freakers,
Yeah.
no, you can take them.
So you can just like cough a limb and they're dead.
Oh, not like that, but like a couple bullets to the chest will take them out.
Okay.
Like you can do a headshot, but like I said, the aiming I think is appropriately kind of stiff
Yeah.
Yeah.
to prevent you just from being fucking Agent 47 with freakers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna talk more about that because I like the game a lot
Yeah, I'd like to hear how that continues. One more.
I want to see the story start to kick in. I want to see how fucking dumb it does get with all the biker shit. But whatever. I like it for now. It's definitely a lot better than Rage. If you're trying to decide between those two, I will recommend Days Gone right now.
Between that and what?
Rage 2.
Rage, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Rage in a while.
Yeah, that's because I haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
Andrew WK saved me again.
Mark,
What's up?
did you play any Andrew WK video games last week?
The closest would probably be Battletoads.
You went back in time to Battletoads?
Well, I played the arcade one off
Where?
of a Rare Replay.
Oh yeah, that I installed it, but I haven't fucked with that yet.
Oh, I forgot that came.
Yeah.
I saw it, but I forgot that.
Yeah.
So, funny thing about Rare Replay, if you have the games that you can get separately, you'll have 2 copies of the game on your hard drive.
So
They share the same save data.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
The only difference is that one has the gold band of Rare Replay
yeah.
above it.
So the other day, I pulled from the Game Pass app. I pushed that to my Xbox, but I haven't turned it on. So you're saying if I turn it on right now, I'm gonna have like 30 different games?
You're gonna have Rare Replay, which has its own thing, a couple games in that, and then it was like where Conqueror and Jet Force Gemini, those games are gonna be in there.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna have
In my regular S library.
yeah, but then with that you're gonna have separately Cameo, both Perfect Darks, the Banjo games. They're all gonna be separate files
Okay.
along with Rare Replay.
Okay. All right.
I guess the difference is that because like you don't need to boot up Rare Replay to play those separate titles. You can just boot those.
Oh, because they're already on
individually.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. I see. Okay.
Because I checked my Banjo save and it kept my progress.
It's
and
like an
everything.
emulation kicker, I guess, right?
Kind of, yeah.
All right.
That's kinda
So you
cool.
can choose whether to boot it from Rare Replay for already in it, or
Yeah.
just download that. If you want to play Banjo without going through Rare Replay, you can do that.
But it's not 2 sets of achievements, right?
No.
Okay.
I do like the save carryover because I remember when I played Arkham City and then I got Arkham City the Game of the Year edition, the one that came with all the DLC.
Yeah.
My save didn't carry over. I had to replay like almost half of it to get back to where I was.
Yeah.
I was really afraid of that, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's really good.
So yeah, I beat the arcade game. It's under free play, so you don't have to like.
That's cool. Can you just like hit a left bumper to feed quarters to the machine?
No, it's just you just have your 2 lives and you just hit continue.
Oh, cool.
No,
just-
you actually
it-
put the quarters into the disc
Yeah,
slot that you don't use.
Yeah, it doesn't start you over. You just go in, but you can't. Whatever toad you started with, you're stuck with that toad
Okay.
throughout the whole thing. Very tough. That
What?
is- I mean,
Lion, Battletoads stuff.
I know for like beat 'em ups, they tend to be challenging, obviously, so you can put more quarters in them. That was the whole point of it. But this was like they even admitted that some of it was like a little unfair in terms of like AI and like how to get their hits in and when they're invincible and whatnot. It's still pretty fun, just kind of mindless. It's like an hour's worth of your time.
6 stage, like standardized beat 'em up style stuff. I don't think I've ever played Battletoads for more than.
This one is the only one where you can have all 3 on the screen at once,
Yeah.
and there's blood.
That's cool.
So I was playing as Zitz, and half the time, like sometimes like my leg I think would be like a chainsaw blade or something, and as a going on like a bigger enemy, it would really emphasize like the blood coming off of them. Or if I'm punching someone while they're down, my hand turns into a drill and I just drill their face in.
That's cool.
Like kicking them off the screen. Like it plays exactly like the Super Nintendo game Battle Maniacs. Maybe Sega had it too. I'm not too sure.
I remember that title and name, but I don't.
Yeah,
know
like
if I
Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. Where that one you could only be Rash and Pimple because this was captured. But it plays. The sprites look like they're taking. Like the console games look like they take the sprites from the arcade game and put them in there. Yeah, but it's kind of short. It ends with a shoot 'em up. You're on
side scrolling or
like you're on this moving ship and you can move back and forth on it, but you have a gun at all times. And then once you're shooting, you can aim while static. Like it stops you from moving, and it's kind of Contra style.
Yeah. That's what
So you find power ups, you get spread shots, flamethrower, and all that, and yeah, it's odd.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. Tried playing the NES Battletoads afterwards. I like it, but just not right now.
Yeah. Probably not after getting through the one. You're like,
It feels better to play it on a Xbox than it does an NES, I guess. Like right now. I'm wondering if Konami took notes from that, because that first boss fight is exactly the Shredder fight in Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo, where you're throwing stuff at the screen,
Yeah.
with, like the mech and everything. It's like the same exact layout.
I wonder, how much of that was.
So that was pretty interesting. And I stopped after that. Like sampled Conquer a little bit, and I was like, wow, some of this did not age great.
Visually or humor?
Mechanically.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's to be expected, but some was just like, come on.
I remember my brother and I would spend, so much time playing that Conquer multiplayer and firing that up like years later. I was like, oh, how the fuck did we do this?
I don't understand how we played multiplayer games like 15 frames per second. I don't, and it was
like
oh
GoldenEye?
Yeah,
remember
I know.
Fucking.
I played so many hours of that, and that game ran at 15 frames the entire time.
Awful.
I mean, that's just all we knew.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Rare has the 64 version of Conquer. It doesn't have the Live and Reloaded version. So
I like that.
You have to
That's
get
what I
separately. I kind of want to go back and try Live and Reloaded now and see how different it is gameplay wise.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while, so I can't really remember. But that was fine. I actually tried Perfect Dark OG because I never really played it.
Oh, really?
I have some issues with that game.
Yeah.
Like the way it starts is confusing. Like, because I'm expecting story mode and then multiplayer. No, this just starts you off like, hey,
you're in the Carrington
you want to
Institute.
explore the base? Like,
I fucking love it. It's so
like,
weird.
I did it because I thought it was going to lead me into level 1. No, you're just walking around.
Just walk around.
I got lost. I was like,
Did you karate chop Daniel Carrington?
I was just no. I don't know what I didn't know what I was doing.
Dude, there's weird Easter eggs in that place. But did you jump into single player at all?
Yeah, like I did like the first mission and then just stopped after that because I was like, I get it.
How did you like it or not like it? Or?
The head bobbing, I don't really care too much for.
Oh, as you're running.
Yeah. I did have auto aim on.
It's
and
probably
like
for the best.
it makes it like stupid easy.
Yeah.
I didn't feel threatened at all by playing any of it, and I could hear so much of reused assets from GoldenEye in it.
Yep.
And I was just like, okay, yeah, I don't.
The breathing.
Yeah.
It's just like the punching sounds
screen goes
of
red.
the way Joanna Dark starts in a level where it does the 3D turning and into her with the silencer. Like it's the exact
You
same.
want to make this game a Unity or what?
I mean,
it is Xbox One enhanced. So like I'm playing like 60 frames, everything like the textures look nicer, the lighting's cool. The lighting, holy shit! Any type of like light bulbs, say that these light bulbs in your ceiling. Imagine them just being big 4-pointed like starbursts that you cannot turn off. So if that is that's in your face, and you feel blinded, and it's like, okay, let's just run through it. I don't care. I'll crouch super low and just shoot everybody in the ankles and just keep going.
Do we think so? We praise Unity for having that fucking port button, right? Do they have just a remaster button now too? I want to say there's the remaster button. You just hit it, it automatically tunes things to.
I think it's like a Command Shift S
R.
or like a save as.
Like there was some options to like adjust the controls how I wanted to play it and all that, but there wasn't anything for. I'm sure if it was a PC version, you might be able to change the lighting. But that's probably one thing I would change.
Ben, please confirm.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rare Replay's not bad. It's on Game Pass. Definitely worth Game Pass to check that out.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's a lot. You could probably. I remember I almost bought my Xbox years ago because of Rare Replay and Master Chief Collection. So
those are the two. If you're gonna have Game Pass, those are the two must. You should.
Yeah.
I mean, some would only need one of those games to buy an Xbox, but that's fine.
Well, ultimately, I got my Xbox and only ever I bought it with Master Chief. I never bought Rare Replay, and then I'm happy that this is on Game Pass because now I can.
Yeah, I almost contemplated buying it. I was like, I just want to play Battletoads.
Yeah,
there's
a couple things
I got
there
my fill.
okay.
I don't need to go back.
No.
I don't think any of those collections though. Like, there's one or two things you want to revisit. Some, you might stick out the one, but you won't come back.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck up some RC Pro-Am as soon as I fire that thing up. Did you play that at all? Oh man,
I tried their one jetpack game. For Rare, they have like a updated version from 360 that just kind of I was afraid of what it was going to be and ended up my fear was true, that it was just like a Flash game looking clone of the original. So I played more of the original, where you're trying to build your spaceship and just fly off and using those old Atari graphics and lighting, or Commodore 64 looking.
Oh, were they the ones they made for the ZX Spectrum?
Maybe.
Yeah,
okay. A lot of flashy color. It was neat.
Yeah.
One of the more interesting things.
Well, you spent some time in Chicago. Did you want to talk about that at all? Not to.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we can. I didn't know if.
I mean, we last week just said you were there, I think. But how was Pokemon Go Fest?
So I went into this with not much expectation. We did a 12-hour drive to Chicago.
Cool.
Sure.
I was gonna say, that doesn't sound cool to me, but that's fine.
I mean, it was neat, being in the different states for a little bit and whatever. But
Did you go
by the
to
time
any
we got
cool
to that
fast food
city,
places?
No. By the time we got to that city, holy shit, what a city! Like it looks nice, like it had hints of New York and hints of Baltimore in certain places.
Well, it definitely has hints of Baltimore, but I won't get into that one here.
Well, our hotel was like on the skirts of that border.
Yeah.
Like, all right, this side is all Baltimore, this side is all.
I
We're like
feel
right in the
home.
middle,
Yeah.
Best Western.
There you go.
But like traffic was ass.
Yeah.
Probably because of that. I don't know if it's because of the festival or not. Because I sent you guys that video.
Yeah.
Pokestops every corner, like
That was nuts.
everywhere. Like holy shit.
I don't even think it looks like that in New York. Like that was just
Like any restaurant was long ass waiting because of it. I was like, man, this is like a convention.
Yeah.
Like this is probably way more than MagFest, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's all outside, I think, is super helpful. So like, getting tickets to the festival, you have, I think you're 1 day to go and do everything. So you have like 7 or 8 hours or whatever. We got like an early access thing, so we had like a 2 hour head start.
That's nice.
Versus everyone else. So it was kind of barren at first, and then it started packing in. Really, wow. Like, I was impressed. This was like, they took Chicago's like 3 public parks that are all next to each other, cut off the roads for the cars to get to it, and that was just, all of it was just decorated with Pokemon stuff. Like, each team had its own like big tent to go under. There was always somebody with a wheel and doing trivia and like giving out stuff.
That's cool. What kind of stuff? Like shirts and towels and shit?
Yeah, just like knickknacks or whatever. There was
Pokemon Go Plus is there?
Did not yet. Give it time.
Damn.
There were like charge stations that looked like Pokestops.
That's cool.
So they had like a whole bunch of cables coming out and whatever. You could pay for the more special, faster charges. Those were separate stations.
Wait, did they have a wireless charging bed like the games where you put the Pokeballs in there and it goes dun dun dun?
Dude, that would have been dope.
No,
I would have paid just to experience that on my phone.
For the more expensive one,
or
for charging?
just in general.
Because I think those were you would place it down, but the charge station that looked like Pokestops just had a bunch of cables coming out, like USB-C and iPhone stuff, and you would just plug it in, and you can just sit there.
I have an idea.
Though the Pokeball Plus makes that noise when you charge it up.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I plugged this in today to charge it because I wanted to take it to that.
Cool.
I don't know if it's as soon as you put in the wire or when it's done.
As soon as you put it in. Because I had done it and then moved it to a different outlet and it did it again. I was like, oh, okay.
Definitely not enough for me to buy it, but still pretty cool.
Dude, that Pokeball Plus came in handy.
I'm sure it did. Yeah.
It also got like overloaded. I feel like a sensory overload because it wasn't picking up every single Pokestop to swipe for me. It's just like didn't do anything. I'm like, all right, guy.
I can imagine that.
Give you some time.
All right, guy.
There was a trading post. I didn't go till like end of the day, but there's like people had these
Training
signs.
or trading?
Trading.
Oh, cool.
So people had these signs. You could write on there what you were looking for, and on the other side you would write what you're willing to trade or whatever.
Oh, okay. So like a real life Wonder
Articuno
Trade.
Yeah, so people would just walk around
for a Pidgey.
Like people just had a list, and they were all just they would keep it like on their backpack or just hold it up as they're walking around, and people would just trade or whatever. But I didn't notice this, but until I got to it. But every part of this park, they had set up perfectly for like where to get certain Pokemon. So the trading post, it only had Abra, Machop, Ghastly, and there's one more, Geodude. Because in order to get those final forms in the OG games, you had to trade them to evolve.
That's cute. Yeah, as soon as you start saying that, wait, why do these all sound...
Right. So at the trading post, that's all you could find. And apparently there was like a leaked shiny Abra that like released too early. So everybody was trying to look for this Abra.
Oh, that's funny.
I never got him. But yeah, so the festival has its own special field research. You had your own little line of quests.
I was going to ask how much of the field research did you get done, but
all
that's even better.
Yeah, like they have it to where you can do all of it with like you have plenty of time.
Yeah.
But like it's like, hey, like it starts off like make some friends, do some trading at whatever.
Oh, so you get to like make new friends like that I feel like that'd be a cool thing to
it's
encourage.
a convention.
I know, but
you don't have
did
to pull toilet paper off of the thing. You got 6 sheets. Tell us 6 fun facts.
Ugh.
No, like I did
I
I did
hate
add some
college.
people. They more so like came to me like looking for friends, but then like I think after festival thing I just deleted them.
Oh.
I don't know. Because some of them I was just like I just needed just to complete the quest.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna like we didn't bond. There wasn't any bonds. It was just like,
Yeah.
hey, you did thing? Like
I've still got.
Sure.
Remember that kid that accosted us that one day, Matt?
Yeah.
I still have him in here, and I look at it going like, maybe I should.
Yeah, let me check to see. Oh, wait, that's right.
But that also helped my other quests, like my Ripple in Time thing, because I needed friends for that.
yeah, I remember.
So I was like, that helped. So that's fine. I didn't delete everybody, but what?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kid.
Oh, but so within this, they had set up biomes throughout the parks.
Those are the things you were sending us pictures of, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like essentially like the little like gateway of it, but they had like an actual patch of land, dedicated to look like it.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. So like they had the sandy desert, and there was like one on each side, a little circular land of like rocks and cactus and tumbleweed, and you could only get certain Pokemon in that. So you had to like catch 5 of a certain type, and they were only in those areas. So it was like ground, ice, like fairy, and ghost, I believe, and water. Yeah. Then you had the fairy garden. That was just a little circular garden, and there was like a bubble machine spewing bubbles everywhere. There was the main fountain in Chicago. That was just a big ass fountain with a bunch of water Pokemon around it. Couldn't do too much there. There was the winter side where there was some little similar to Sandy Desert. You had some like trees, some rocks. It was all covered in snow and had a little snow blower shooting stuff out of the top of it. So that was kind of neat. That was probably the worst part of the park because of reception. It was hard to get the game going for some reason. I guess that kind of goes with freezing. Sure, haha. And the other end of the park looks similar to where I started with those big team tents. But now on the side there is a whole... It's like a stage and look like where like a concert would be, but that was all for PvP because they had a tournament where you could do battles, and they had like tiny little
Did they have the music playing over speakers?
They did. Actually, each section had music from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee playing. So like Fairy Garden had the Pokemon Center playing and like 2 other songs. Yeah, like you at that fountain you could hear the bike music and like 2 other ones. And then when you got to the Spooky Woods, you had Lavender Town, you had Lavender Tower or the Graveyard Tower and maybe some other one.
They only go crazy, isn't there? That myth of the Lavender Town music makes you go like nuts or something.
It was a creepypasta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love it though if someone just started like breaking down in the middle of it.
Yeah, like Spooky Woods.
Covered in snakes.
Spooky Woods was like a strip of forest next to the park instead of being like its own little like thing. Like that was probably one of the more bigger ones, honestly.
Did Lugu make an appearance in the Spooky?
Good question.
I tried looking for him. Like they had a well there, and I looked inside the well, but he wasn't in there.
Yeah. All right. Good try though.
But that place that place was decorated pretty neat. There was like cobwebs, spider webs everywhere, fog machines. Oof. It was nice.
I wouldn't have left. Would have sat there and drank some Mountain Dew pitch black for like 6 hours.
I did hang around that part the most because of the shade alone. Oh man. Caught a couple shinies. There was some good food trucks.
Nice. Got
myself some pink tacos.
Did they have, was it like themed food trucks, Pokemon? Oh.
No.
Couldn't order Slowpoke tails?
No, the closest thing that to a theme was Obama bacon.
Yeah, he's a Pokemon. That makes sense.
The best one.
I don't even know what it was, to be honest. I just saw that and I was like, okay.
Well, the true test of all good festivals is, would you go back?
Well, saying that,
if travel wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
Sure. Travel wasn't. I mean, it's fine. We were just trying to save money, so we just had one night at a hotel and drove. So that was cheaper all around than each of us buying a plane ticket and everything.
Yeah.
Festival is really cool. If you get a chance to go, I would recommend going. Like my brother won tickets to a contest through the app.
Yeah.
Somehow, I didn't know that was even a thing. And apparently this thing was sold out. And yeah, it looked, I mean, anybody could just walk in.
Yeah.
But we saw a line that was wrapping around the park. I was like, what is this line for? For the merch.
Oh my God.
and then most of it was sold out by the end of the day. It was insane. But like,
was there good merch? Like I
don't know. I didn't really see
Yeah.
a lot of it, but I guess so.
It's just everyone with their Pikachu backpacks is like, oh, I'm here. Let's get the shirt that says I was here.
Dude, but there was all kinds of people from all walks of life there. It was.
Well, I'm sure there were.
It was. It was. Yeah, like you. It was weird because like starting playing this game when it first came out, like there was that sense of like being like a target.
Yeah.
You know, people
Yeah.
people didn't understand it, they just laugh about it or whatever, and like this was just like,
Well, to have 3 fields worth of people all
yeah,
getting
you know,
it.
you have like, your casuals, your hardcore, like everything. It was definitely interesting.
That's cool.
I wouldn't recommend getting sunburnt.
So- Suntan lotion got it.
Yeah. No,
Cover yourself in oil.
that I think coming back from that festival, that made me realize that like I'm more into this game than I realized.
Yeah.
So like I completed a lot of my special stuff there. I noticed people wearing a shirt that said Go Hub. I'm like, what is Go Hub? And I looked it up and I was like, oh, this is like the deep like hardcore stuff. Like you want to know the nitty gritty of like about raids and doing gym battles and knowing what Pokemon are good for what and everything. Like,
Were they condescending? I feel like the people that I've met at raids that are way into this shit are fucking condescending when I'm not.
I don't think there was any raids at the event,
Yeah.
but you could probably tell some people might come off as condescending. Like this one person that I added then deleted was a mom playing for somebody else who actually plays, and she was wearing a shirt that said Level 40 Club, and she talked to me as if it was my first time playing because I needed friends.
Oh my
And
god.
she was like, enjoy the rest of your day. You're gonna love the game. I was like,
Well, see you next Tuesday.
I was like, okay. She had to be like in her 60s. Yeah, there's that happened.
Just like the people like I remember being in a raid one time and it was like my first or second raid or I don't even know, and I was like, oh, are we jumping in? And the guy was like, yeah, how many T-Tars you got? And I was like, huh?
You mean Tyranitar? I finally got one.
He's like, yeah, you want to throw in a couple T-Tars? I think Brody's doing a couple. I'm going to be using.
Was that really his name?
I don't fucking
I
know.
wish
dude.
it was.
No, I mean, I didn't run into anything like that because they didn't have any raids anywhere going
And
on.
then, but then they're talking about all that, like they've got their own private Discord, and I was like, oh, how do you fucking get it?
I'm sure. I'm sure those exist. The most I've ever dealt with people was there was a Facebook group for around here.
Yeah,
they're
that's
mostly
cool.
chill.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay. I can. Yeah.
but yeah, it's definitely an experience. I was surprised how much care he put into that whole thing. And then at the end, I was done with the day by the end of the day.
Yeah.
They wanted to get everybody in for like a group photo and everything. And of course, like
Like the whole festival.
yes,
That's cool.
they did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that works.
There's a video showing it,
Huh.
but the only thing that they did wrong was the audio setup
Mhm.
because it was at the PvP area, and they had the speakers not on stage. The speakers were outside of the area, like in the field. So if you're walking by, you could hear them talk. So anybody up near the stage, you can't hear a word they're saying. So the girl stops talking, and the guy takes it, and he's just all like, like he thinks we're making fun of him, but we're like, we can't hear you.
Turn the fucking.
Yeah, I was like, who set this up? And then he just kept going on as if we were just making fun of him. I was like, we're not. And then I like chugged a water bottle, and that made me sick for some reason. I just felt bloated.
Yeah.
And by the time I was there, like the cameras kept going by back and forth on stage trying to get everybody, and I was just like dead staring.
I'm done. Goodbye.
And then by the time I got to actual shot, somebody in front of me, like their head and hands were in the way, so you don't even see me. It's just fine. But
You weren't there, can't prove it.
Yeah.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
You're really
gonna.
gonna enjoy the game.
Yeah. No, but the festival overall, amazing. Not what I expected.
Any good AJ cosplays?
AJ.
Sandshrew.
Oh, did
I
not
thought you were.
see
That's
him.
his name, right? I'm not being an asshole, right?
I thought you were.
No, you're probably right.
AJ
I think you're right.
Styles. Like that's how fucked up you got me. Yeah, I know.
There was somebody in a Squirtle costume.
No.
Sunglasses?
No, but he had the suit insulated to keep him hydrated. There was a cooling system in it.
Any Hex Maniacs?
Not that I saw.
I'm not going.
Not that many Team Rocket members either. There was one Team Skull. Sorry, Ben, but at least there was only one. Tried getting rid of him.
Oh man, no. I kind of wish there was just a whole bunch of Team Skull.
I saw
Just because they're all stupid ass juggalo.
I saw somebody in a Dunsparce onesie. He was pretty cool.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No.
Yeah, he was.
That's one of the friends he made for his goal.
Yeah, he's one of the
No.
ones he didn't delete.
No, seriously, he was actually probably like one of the more chiller people there.
He didn't say enjoy the game.
Yeah, he didn't talk down to me. There was somebody with a shirt that matching shirts. You see a lot of those.
Thing 1 and thing 2. You fucking get it? We're from that thing.
We're from the boardwalk in Ocean City.
You're actually not far off.
Yeah, I mean,
No, there was
Pika 1 and Pika 2.
there was a group.
Pika me and Pika you.
There was a group of, I would say they're probably in their 40s, and they're all blue shirts, and it said I'm pretty sure it just said Mystic 1, Mystic 2, Mystic 3, Mystic 4, Mystic 5. I saw a couple shirt where it said Totodile hubby, Totodile wifey.
Wifey? Sounds too much like waifu. I don't like that.
You never heard wifey before?
Have you ever heard wifey? But
But it's just
Pokemon and
But you know,
that.
I guess Totodile was their favorite.
Does
So that's
anyone
why
have
they
like a
did that.
shirt like saying like he's my blue, she's my red?
I didn't see anything like that.
Damn.
I saw a lot where people just had.
Well, now you
like-
got something to do next year.
Yeah, like I've seen a lot where
Who's
they
gonna be
just
my
had
red?
their. Be my yellow. They would have their online handle printed on their shirt. I've seen a lot of those.
I saw people on the internet who were there posting like they had made T-shirts with their fucking trainer QR code printed on it, their username written above it.
I've seen the username. Maybe there was a QR code.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a.
Trying to make a QR code with dust on your shirt.
I don't know what's on my
fuzzies.
shirt. I don't know. No, there's something sticking.
Yeah, definitely all kinds of people. It was pretty interesting. And I guess they move around because I don't think it's always in Chicago, but it has been in Chicago a few times. I think, or one other time. I don't think they've
I
done
thought it
this
always
long.
was in Chicago. In the U.S., I think it's always in Chicago, but I think
It moved to one city because I listened to the trivia guy. So
Oh.
apparently it was in one other city at
maybe
some
it was
other
in
point.
Atlanta,
Where did they fuck it up at?
Chicago. That was the one that was.
But now I was like, why is it in Chicago? And I thought, oh, Chicago.
Oh, gross.
Is that really it?
No, but
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's a
I was
main
gonna say
need.
I'm not going
Actually,
now.
I can't confirm that, but
Hmm.
that's what I thought
Yeah.
instantly. No, but it was cool. I definitely liked that whole experience, that whole atmosphere.
Well, thank you for taking us on a journey of Chicago.
Yeah.
Outside of Pokemon Go and a little bit of Rare Replay, did you get into any other video games?
Yeah. What is there an update for the?
the
thing?
second one was hosted. Oh no, hold on, wait. It was initially held in Chicago. Never mind. Proceed. I
Okay.
didn't get the answer yet.
So from E3, I got the collection of mana.
Yes, the 3B. Yeah, with Seiken Densetsu, or sorry, what is it called
Yeah,
now?
Trials of Mana,
Yeah.
Secret of Mana, and then Final Fantasy Adventure. I went backwards. Final Fantasy Adventure for Game Boy, and I've been mainly playing that one.
That one looks cool from afar, but I've never actually played it. It's like baby's first Final Fantasy, or is that? No, that's the one that was
Mystic
on the
Quest.
Mystic Quest is that?
Is that one,
Yeah.
and that one gets praised for its music a lot.
Yeah.
This one is all over the place. I don't think there must have been some type of transition cocoon phase with this game. So yeah, Square made it. It's probably one of their first action RPGs at that time. In Japan, it came out in June 1991, but we didn't see it until November of that year, which is the same time A Link to the Past came out. And 2 years before Link's Awakening.
Okay.
So in Japan, this game had a head start before A Link to the Past. So for that time, it's an impressive action RPG for a handheld.
Yeah.
Like it did things Zelda didn't. So like you weren't married to a sword.
You can swap out your weapon?
You would swap out your weapons, and those weapons had effects on the land you're traversing through. So you needed an axe to chop down trees. You needed
Game Boy?
Yes, like you needed a chain to attach to a pole and go across a river.
Yeah.
Like a hook shot.
Yeah.
Like it did all these things, and it had a meter at the bottom where if it fills up, I mean, mana games all kind of do this, but like there's a meter that fills up, and when it's up all the way, if you unleash your attack, it's more like a special critical hit.
Wow.
And does its own thing. But yeah, the story's very, very simple. You start off as kind of like a slave for this Dark Lord named Julius. I'm thinking it's maybe it's a Caesar reference because you are forced to fight in like a gladiator arena for entertainment. And so that's kind of the tutorial on like how to move around and attack. Then you break out. You see that the Dark Lord is conspiring to take over the land, and he catches you doing that, like spying on him. So you run. You fall off a cliff into some town or into some woods, and then you find this girl. Apparently, she's like a princess of some kind or something. She has some ability that is tied to the mana tree, and so you're trying to protect her. She gets captured. You have to go save her.
Hmm?
So you're just trying to find her throughout the whole thing. And as you're doing that, you're leveling up, which is also interesting because whenever you level up, you get 4 stats to pick from. Strength, stamina, wisdom, and will, and it lets you choose which one you want to focus on when leveling up, and that will and it will give you a calculation of what your stats are going to look like before confirming it. I was like, all right, this is pretty in depth. Like, that's pretty cool. So I'm trying to bounce out as much as I can. The AI is a little wonky, so it is kind of like Zelda, where it is room by room grid-like traversing. But if there's enemies in there and you didn't get them all, if you go back and then back into where you came from, they're still going to be there, but in random spots. Like, it's always random wherever they pop up. That's fine. Sometimes it doesn't work in your favor. You can't see half of the attacks because of just like the screen flickering or the character flickering, like the sprite. So sometimes you just don't know when you're getting hit. Towns are annoying. Because the AI characters move around, and if you're trying to get into a door, somehow it triggers you running into them, and running into them makes them talk to you. You don't hit the A button to talk to them.
No.
So you can't. But later games, they've evolved on this. So if you run into them,
that feedback.
So if you run into them, you actually push them out of the way. Like, there's like a pushing animation. But yeah, so getting through that was thankfully there's only like 2 people in a town per town.
Yeah.
Or like per square. But they always happen to be around a door, and they randomly spawn above or like on the building. Sometimes they clip into it. I'm like, I need you to move. I just gotta wait. Yeah, like the story's very simple. Like I said before, the dialogue isn't much, so like you kind of put the pieces together yourself.
Yeah,
and I think that's where a lot of the charm kind of comes through with it, for me.
What's more annoying, the character talking, your character in the way, or Rain in Breath of the Wild while trying to climb a rock?
I'm gonna say, because with Breath of the Wild, like, it depends on the area. Because I know there's one area that's dedicated to rain, as other places it's kind of sporadic. But if we're gonna go with the sporadic ones, because that's more random, I would probably say the people, because I think it takes longer to get through. Because at least with Zelda, you have more than one way to get to somewhere more than half the time.
All right.
But with this, it's like the dialogue box isn't that fast.
Yeah.
And waiting for them to move isn't that fast either. And you're just hoping that they go in a direction.
And it feels like an eternity when it was an accident. Like, if you were expecting it, you're like, okay, I'm kind of in
Game
this.
Boy
It's
1991.
5 seconds, but it's like 5 hours in your mind. Yeah.
And you're like,
I know that
and there's no
feeling.
setting to make it faster. I'm like, oh my God.
No.
But there's quick saves at least.
Did M2 do this
Yes.
collection? So that's where I feel like they would they might have done a quality, but they do both sides of it, right? They do like the pure ass preservation. They also do the stuff that's like, hey, here's some quality of life stuff. Here's a fucking map for a Phantasy Star.
Yeah. There was some cool Game Boy filters you can switch between and screen sizes.
That's cool.
So I've been playing, like, you have the black and white Game Boys, like it's the Pocket.
Yeah.
You have your OG Game Boy Green, and then you have like the in between of like orangish hues.
That was probably, is that like when you would pop it into a color and
Probably
push it?
that or like a Super Game Boy or something.
Oh, it probably is Super Game Boy.
So that's what I'm playing with.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like orange and blues mostly.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good.
So does this feel like you're playing Final Fantasy, or does it feel like you're playing something else?
It uses Final Fantasy assets.
Okay.
So there are like red mages, black mages.
I'm sold. All I need is a black mage, and I'm gonna play a fucking game. I tell you what.
I mean, you're not
Final Fantasy
you don't
10.
play as a black mage.
I'm not playing.
You're
Not
playing.
sold.
Final Fantasy X, Lulu.
like you play as like the fighter, basically. Like it looks like it looks like the overworld sprites.
Is this the? Did you send me the pictures the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it draws a lot of that. Like there is a spell called Moogle where you turn into a Moogle or Mog or whatever.
Yeah.
There are chocobos. Like it does use those assets because this game didn't know it wanted to be a mana game yet.
Right.
So I was like, okay. So for Final, it was supposed to be just like a side story for the main Final Fantasy games, as an in between. And yeah, like definitely ahead of its time. I feel at least for Game Boy, and then afterwards it evolved into what we know as Secret of Mana and whatever. It did get 2 remakes, and they're both very different.
Final Fantasy Adventure did?
Yes. So you have Adventures of Mana for Vita and phone, which looks more like Trials of Mana remake and Secret of Mana remake, where it's like the 3D models and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just say the Vita?
Yeah. Yeah, because I wanted to get it for PlayStation TV or something, and I was like,
right.
fuck, it's only on Vita. So I was like, I'll get it on the phone.
The Vita
I guess.
lives.
I think it was meant to be a phone game at first, just the way it looks and the way the buttons are laid out. Very simplistic. That one's more true to what I'm playing. The other one before that one came out was on Game Boy Advance called Sword of Mana, and this is like a retelling, basically, of the whole thing. The designs are different. It's still the same kind of story, but they evolved more to it. Now you can play as a girl or a guy. One's a mage, one's a fighter, and like that one captures the Mana art style from like the PlayStation days. Really good. I remember playing that when it first came out. Didn't realize it was a remake. But yeah, it's weird to see both versions exist. One that's more Mana-like, and one that's more Final Fantasy inspired, existing at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm more interested by the history of this game than what it actually is. I don't know why. I'm very intrigued by it. But yeah, I love action RPGs, so it's simple enough. I can get through it. It doesn't have that Zelda polish for any of it, but it definitely stands out on its own. I think pre-Zelda, it's impressive. But if you handed this to me or Link's Awakening, I'm probably gonna play Link's Awakening.
Just because it's Zelda?
I mean, it just ties everything together so much more. Just like the quality is there.
Oh, I don't think I want to play this 3D remake. Looking at it on iOS.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it screams phone game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still kind of curious. Like, because it's gotten good reviews.
Yeah, I just don't like the art styles.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Dragalia Lost.
Yeah, then you're not gonna like any of the remakes then. But Collection of Mana might be for you. Secret of Mana and Trials of Mana are, if you just music alone, worth listening to. But the sprites and everything, it's so good.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm looking at Square iOS ports and getting upset now. Fucking, why do you have to make the text look like that? Ruin Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's just a glitch in Unity. It's not Square's fault.
And I didn't give much time with this one, so this will be a quickie. Cadence of Hyrule.
You got it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to be a little more smart with my impulse buys.
Me too. That's why I didn't buy was it? My name is Pedro.
Yeah.
I'm close.
Yeah.
That's trademark as fuck. Like
I have expected to hear that this week.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised I'm not.
But. Yeah, I'm waiting.
But I was like about to pull the trigger on Cadence, and I was like, I'm gonna wait until I need it. I don't need it right now. I got other shit I'm playing. I'm in the middle of stuff,
like,
but
because exactly me with Final Fantasy Adventures, like
Joe, games are out. Lots of them.
They're not. I'm just
come join the party. There's plenty to play
or replay.
Rare.
Plenty of things to play.
But I want this. Like this is the one where I'm like about to break my fucking rule of not.
This would be your. I'm gonna go play in a living room.
Yeah.
Game and then realize, oh shit, what time is it?
Yeah. It seems like it's got that good hook in it.
Yeah, the music is so good.
This might be my 4th of July weekend game.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
It definitely improves upon Crypt of the Necrodancer's playstyle.
So is it hard? Because Crypt of the Necrodancer got fucking hard the deeper down you got.
Harder because trying to keep rhythm with everything? Or...
for me, it was always just like, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't patient or I wasn't paying attention. I just felt like I got fucked up in that game.
I think the hardest thing is trying to understand the enemy's tells and when they're going to attack.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing that I would have a problem with in Crypt. It was just like, I know the skeletons would always go like, ding, huh, and then they're gonna attack. But like
Yeah.
some of them, you're like, wait, is it gonna? Oh fuck, I'm dead.
As long as you have, I mean, it's probably easier for people who have played a Zelda game before. And going
Just
into
because you
this,
can recognize the different characters of the enemies.
because it still feels like a Zelda game, even though it doesn't quite play like one. It still captures all the elements.
Okay.
So you start off with tutorial with the main character from Crypt. I forget her name.
Cadence.
Oh, that's right. Because I was like, oh, duh, that's why it's called Cadence.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
idiot. Yeah, I forgot that was her name. Okay, yeah. So you start off as Cadence. You end up in Hyrule for some reason. Doesn't really explain it. And she's trying to find her way back. So in the meantime, you can choose either Link or Zelda to play as.
Wonder if it's hinting at something in the future, maybe.
And there's also a
Not
two-player
the newer
mode.
one.
2-player in Crypt.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I have one save of.
Oh, they had that in the original. Yeah.
Did
I just
they?
never did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, I have one save of just Link, and then I have another save just to try a co-op to see how it looked.
Mhm.
And I had Zelda and Cadence together, and like moving around. And yeah, that seems
you
like
can't
something.
do Zelda and Link.
No, they're apparently they're like in separate parts
okay.
of the
Okay.
land, I guess. Because the way you choose is like through portals, and you just crash into their house or something.
That's funny.
And it's not the same house for both of them.
So is it different like level progression if depending on who you choose? Like do you start in a different world 1-1 if you're Zelda and 1 if you're Link?
So take like a Link to the Past's map.
Okay.
It's not the same, in terms of like building placement, but like where you are, you go through square by square or rectangle by rectangle because it's a switch screen, so it's more of a widescreen level. I'm not sure if Zelda starts somewhere else differently, but you each have your own part of the map. So like with Link, you're starting near the bottom by the beaches and everything, and it's kind of just going around, and you have to fight the 4 bosses to get to the head boss behind everything. And the 4 bosses are like they're Zelda bosses, but they're redesigned to be musical. So like in Link to the Past, there's those big statues that you would normally shoot with the bow and arrow in like one of the first dungeons. Picture one of those giant statues, but it has a guitar.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good.
Goma, the spider,
Yes.
it's Goma Rakas, I think is its name.
Of course it is.
I forget the other 2 right now, but their names are themed after instruments and everything. So I guess the music styles changed and everything too.
That's cool. How is the music? Because that's probably the one big draw for this. It's like
Beautiful remixes of everything I've heard so far. I feel like I couldn't hear it fully because I was playing handheld and I didn't have headphones on. But from what I could hear already, like just the main menu music is Ocarina of Time, but it's like that piano, but it's like but it's very like chill hop or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
So it has like that slow like jazzy beat with it, and you just hear like a soothing piano going. It's really good.
I kind of want, because the other side of Crypt of the Necrodancer you could do is, I think it was DLC or change it in the settings. You could do the metal side of things instead of the more electronic side of things.
Really?
They had like a metal soundtrack you could put into the game.
Interesting.
I don't know if it was just Steam or not. I can't remember now, but it was officially supported or whatever. But I want like a metal version of all the songs too.
I mean, it's weird because like the area dictates, I feel like, the genre that the song is covered in.
I like that. That's cool.
So yeah, I didn't get too far with it because it is kind of tough. But it adds that high replay value because it is kind of, I wouldn't say roguelite.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it kind of is because like you're always gonna find the same enemies in a spot, those same exact enemies, and whenever enemies appear is when the disco floor happens. If you choose to have it on, which is that's when you have to move in rhythm.
Yeah,
when you move in rhythm, it makes your attack stronger. Yeah. Especially if you keep a chain going.
Right.
Once the enemies are cleared, you don't have to move in rhythm anymore. You can just hop,
good.
You can just hop around. There is a fixed rhythm mode apparently, so I think that helps you move around to the rhythm. Like does it kind of does it for you?
Okay.
I think.
Like a snap to grid kind of thing.
I think so. I didn't try it, but from what I'm gathering, I think you just hold in a direction and it will just move it for you.
That's good for accessibility and those who are rhythmically challenged.
Or it keeps the rhythm going without penalizing you.
Oh, okay.
It might be that.
Yeah.
I'll have to try it out.
Ah, man.
But
yeah.
The sprites are cool. There's nice little dungeons you can hop in. There's like little, it has its Zelda as fuck. Like there's little teleporting points. There's some, activate a statue. So if you die, you can choose to start somewhere else instead of the very beginning all the time.
Yeah.
You pick up diamonds. Whenever you die and restart, you can choose to use those diamonds to spend on something. whether it's an extra heart piece or an item or a weapon. You find them in the game too by killing enemies, so you don't have to do it there. But yeah, like the inventory is a lot. There's buttons that are mapped for certain things I haven't even found yet. There's like scroll power-ups. There's different items to use. You can sign them to anything you want.
That's cool.
Besides the sword, there isn't a button for sword. That's you just
That's that
walking into somebody does the hit. And
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, I want to get it.
That's definitely a game you would like want to spend a little chunk in.
Yeah.
Or 10 minutes or something.
I'm not flying any. It feels like a perfect plane game.
Just a kill time game, basically. I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
too.
Go to the Wikipedia page when you're all talking about it, and some of the Sonic Mania art team
Yeah.
did some art.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Nice little collab there.
I forget the dude's name, but I saw him on Twitter. He was the one that was from did work on some Vlambeer stuff, and then went to Sonic Mania, and is now over
Medio and Paul Veer.
Paul Veer. Yeah, remember that name.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Kids, that's how you use Wikipedia to find your sources.
Boom.
Yeah.
Follow the footnote, but it's up high.
Reference.
Yeah.
See, like part of me still wants that cadence to be just Zelda, like no crypt. I just
You're
want
getting
Yeah.
that
to.
soon. You're getting that soon.
I know. So because of that, I jumped into Breath of the Wild again
Sold.
because I just wanted that more. I guess just real time.
Just race to the middle.
No,
Playing
No.
wrong.
this time I'm playing with Japanese dialogue
Ooh. How's that?
and better. Just better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I kind of wish there was a Hylian option,
Oh yeah.
but it's interesting so far. I didn't run into too many cutscenes to really hear a difference because it's still English.
I heard the Spanish track puts to shame too.
Rating.
You're gonna break your mic, making buzzy sounds.
Am I? I'm sorry.
Uh,
I mean, Mark, it's hard to run into cutscenes in that game because there are none.
There are.
There are, but you have to find them. You have to take a picture.
I've come to appreciate the game more and more and
That's
more.
the thing. That's the thing with this. Because of the whole hype of the 2 has now gotten to me without me realizing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what?
Infected in the best way.
No, see, I still.
Not even a title for the game.
It doesn't need to be. Doesn't need to be.
There was still like some things about it that I still don't agree with. There's still some things about it that I appreciate. But I'm trying to go into this just accepting everything instead of fighting it. And I just want to see how far I get, see how far my interest goes, and just whatever. Just dive in.
It's a 10-hour game if you make it.
I don't know how much I spent before actually. It didn't
You
feel
might
like
be ready.
it didn't feel like much. I don't know, but this time
Charge!
this time I want to like do everything,
Yeah.
like everything.
Not Korok seeds.
Not a 10-hour
Or
game.
you
No.
say yes, Korok
Find
seeds?
all the shrines, do the Korok seeds.
I did all the shrines, but I'm fucked if I'm gonna do
like I want
the
to tackle
Korok seeds are like cool when I find them, but I'm
like
not.
the dragon stuff. Like
like hunting for scales and stuff.
yeah, like I didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
I just kind of just did what I needed to do and
There were dragons in that
and beat it.
game?
Yeah. 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
I
like-
saw them.
yeah.
I saw them.
If you
I
like
think of God of War.
different times, like you can go and shoot them, and a scale will fall from them, and then you can trade that in to upgrade your armor.
Yeah, I saw one in the desert.
Yeah.
Because like last time I really didn't use my creativity with it. I just kind of just went through the motions of playing a Zelda
Sure.
game.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I was just limiting myself with its overall experience. Like I know it's not what I want out of a Zelda game, but at the same time, it is still something impressive for what it is, despite its shortcomings, in my opinion.
I think too, like it needed to happen. Going back to Skyward Sword last week for an hour or two, or I played for a couple hours, was like a good reminder of like how stale that series had become. Just that like do this, and like with like every step, not literally, but like I felt like every new area I'd go into, like Fee would just pop up and just, hey.
Especially if you're turning off the system and turn it back on to play that game.
Which, as someone who was jumping back into a save he hadn't touched in 2.5 years, was great. But then like a couple things were just like, do you know how to do this? I'm like, yeah, I know how to fucking walk
like
forward.
Yeah, that game is very handholdy. But Skyward Sword's strongest point is its story,
And I was appreciating that, but like it was so,
which is kind of sad at the same time.
yeah.
But Yeah.
But yeah, I've been still fucking around with Breath of the Wild. I don't think I played a ton of it since we talked last week, but it's been fun. Just go wander somewhere and see what happens.
Like
Scan some amiibo.
Like, it kept my last save from right before fighting Ganon.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted it to save after that.
After Ganon. Yeah, me too.
Like, I want to explore the land post Ganon.
Yeah, me too. But it doesn't
You're
do
gonna
that.
get it.
I mean, yeah, now.
Yeah,
but
in a sequel, but no, like that same thing. Like I
feel like that game should have broke that mold
Yeah.
of doing that.
Do you have the DLC purchased also?
Yeah, I bought all that day one. Like
I
have the collector's edition of Breath of the Wild, so I have like the Master Sword statue and everything.
Oh yeah,
in a tote hiding somewhere.
Nice. I'm excited for you to see like all that and the Champions Ballad stuff too and everything.
Got the Switch shirt again. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't even know if I have that in this. Maybe I do. I might have it.
Wasn't that a pre-order thing?
It was when you bought the DLC, you got it. I think is what it was.
Yeah.
Was it that or was
you
it?
bought it well before? Yeah, because they didn't talk about what that was. Because I don't have it. I'm trying to think what happened. Because I bought it the same time as you did.
Yeah.
Literally, I think we opened up our Switches together.
Yeah,
and bought it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because like you have to find it.
It's
in a chest labeled EX. And
I think
3 of them.
I know what it was. Day one, they said, "Hey, you can buy the DLC that's going to come out this summer and this winter, and if you do today, you'll get a Switch shirt you can wear right now."
Even for Wii U players.
Yeah, right.
Just don't
Remember
rub
that
it in.
controversy. Yeah.
I would have gone back and bought the Wii U version if they'd put a Wii U shirt in that game.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
That would have been great. That would have been
Oh,
real good.
God, no. Remember I was about to play that on the Wii U?
Yeah.
That was the best decision I ever made that night.
Oh man.
Hey,
Yeah.
friendo, you want to get in the back of the line for me? So
Yeah.
they have me Switches available. That was the best thing I ever said.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night came out this week.
That's that game that I teased earlier.
Yes, you did. And I'm here to tease it more by telling you that it's a goddamn pretty good video game.
That's good to hear because you were very skeptic.
I was real skeptical. Because Inafune fucked it up for everybody. You know? You had this... yeah. No, this is really, 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 really good game. I can nitpick some stuff. And I will. But generally speaking, it feels like I'm playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night 2. Like, it's just...
You're right.
It is that, like...
You're not wrong.
There are moments when I'm running through and I like blink and I'm like, oh wait, hold on, where? Like you look and you're like, I'm not in that castle. This is not.
Yeah, like I saw them tease like a 8-bit level for a second in the trailer.
Yeah, there's like a weird thing. I haven't gotten there yet, but I saw that too. There's a stage that goes 8-bit.
Okay.
So I mean it is very much a Koji Igarashi designed Castlevania style game. Or Igavania, as they've come to call it. Level design, it's weird because there's things where like some of the same like layouts are there from Symphony of the Night, and like I play Symphony of the Night at least once a year, so jumping into this, I'm like falling down. I'm like, okay, I gotta go here, I gotta hit this wall. Oh, there's nothing happening. And then there's other parts where like it feels brand new, but there are I don't know, it's weird. It's this weird, like, disconnect of feeling like I'm still playing the same game, but also, oh, wait, this is a new game.
Like, they didn't even change the map color. Like,
If it ain't broken, don't
It's
fix
fucking
it.
blue and white.
Yep.
Then
Well,
I launched it.
Except the transport, the teleport stations are green instead of orange.
Oh, man.
It's what I like about this game a lot is, so Miriam's your main character. She's got demon shards inside of her that...
Yep, something like that.
Let's get this part out of the way. My one gripe
Wall
with
of
this
text.
is the wall of text at the beginning, where I was literally like to a point where I was like, I'm not even listening to voice acting anymore. X. I want to fucking play the game. Just kept going. And like you get through the beginning part that's like tutorialized, of course, but you get through that, it's like, oh, Miriam, it's been 10 all right, I don't care. Like, thank you, but like
We
just...
played the prequel.
It was like, first there was when Matt said wall of text, there was
Yeah.
the like literal scrolling wall of text, which also like could have just do the symphony thing. You're already there. Just go all the way. Do the rolling scroll. But this no. And like I didn't like the font choice. I don't know. I was a little I would have done that.
The artwork was too static. They held on to images for like way too long.
Yeah, it felt cheap. Which like I would have. Again, it's an indie product. It's not, the Konami budget from back in the day. But
it did turn me off. I'll say that.
It didn't turn me off, but I was also like, shit. Is this indicative? Like, what are we looking at? And then you got in, and then character dialogue back and forth, where I was like, "Whoo, you're slowing."
That felt
it's
like
slowing it.
I was playing Metal Gear Solid again because of the way it zooms in.
Yes, that.
And I was like, "Oh man,
Funny
this
you
is
say
like."
that because David Hayter's in it.
Yes.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's the.
Now I got a reason to play. Fuck.
Yeah.
Is
Which
he?
one is he Jibel? Jibel?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I thought he might have been Zangetsu.
He could be. Let me find out.
But yeah, when you're looking that up, I mean, definitely this is a Symphony of the Night. I don't want to say clone, but definitely inspired. It does add the mechanic from the Game Boy games, where like the spirits. I don't know. I forget what they call them in that. Where like you get the alternate
Game Boy games. Oh, the DS games.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, Game Boy Advance and then DS.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Where you absorb
Sorrow
the
games.
spirits. Yeah, that's it. And then you get those as alternate attacks. And they
Yeah,
play with that a
that's
little bit
cool.
more in this game. There was another wall of text explaining the elemental, or maybe it was in the main the loading screen, the tips thing that we're seeing.
Tips. Yeah.
Maybe it was there. But like there's they definitely go into the elemental thing of like fire hurts beasts more than other stuff. So there's a little bit of that thrown in there.
Which I'm not fucking doing any of. Like I'm just like, yo, I got Shovel Knight. I'm gonna use Shovel Knight.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it, but like I was playing around with it. And I could definitely tell I was killing like the squids faster. I feel like with the fire than, but maybe it was just pulling out more DPS. I don't know. But
No, but the thing I walked away from this game after playing this week is the weapons do actually matter and they feel unique. Like I've got maybe 40 different weapons at my disposal now that I can swap. Some of them are shit. Like I'm not going to use them because they're just too low of attack. I've leveled up to a point where I've gotten other weapons, but like
It's a lot of weapons.
I mean, I played for less than an hour, and I think I got 6 or 5.
Yeah, like you get weapons pretty quickly. Yeah, the boat has a ton. But you got everything from a sword to a generic sword to a generic whip.
But knife, a kick.
Knife, kick. You could put on boots and do fucking kicks across the screen.
kind of makes that website irrelevant, huh?
What?
Sword or whip.
Yeah.
You get both.
Yeah. I've got a sword that when you swing it, has fire attached to it. I've got one that when you get like a triple hit, it'll curse somebody. Like shit like that. The spinning blade, I think, or spinning sword, something like that. I don't remember what it is.
I don't have that yet.
Beyblade. Whatever. As you strike, the sword rotates. Like the actual blade of the sword is like a bunch of little blades on it, and when you swing, it rotates on an axis, like a perpendicular axis. So you swing down, and it's almost like a fucking like an egg beater, right? Like that kind of. If you were doing that, but the egg beater had blades coming out, you're striking
cool egg beater,
like a cool ass egg beater, and it's like cutting into. You're doing like 4 hits at a time.
Okay.
What is probably like an initial like 20 or whatever, and then like a 1-1-1-1-1 kind of
No,
thing?
it's like a 20-20-20-20-20.
Oh,
20. Yeah. It's like, it's pretty cool. So yeah, like I found that really neat. Getting different shards too, like Matt said, like they add a different sense of something to that game.
And they were mapping to different buttons on the controller, right?
Yeah,
so like you could have
triangles,
multiple.
your sub weapon.
Yeah, you could have multiple equipped, unlike at least the early Sorrow game.
Yeah.
Sorrow games that I played.
Yeah, I mean it's a really good Metroidvania. Like end of the day, I don't know. I like the enemy design. I definitely, before you guys came over today, I was playing a bit and I hit a wall where now I'm like running back and forth through the castle. Like, wait, what the fuck? Where do I go now? Like I've got all these warp points open and I'm looking at the maps where I can see there's a clear like, oh, I need to advance. But then I'm like, oh wait, no, that was the part where there's a door that I don't have the thing to move that thing. So I need to find it. Like there's those little moments or like, ooh, that was the spot with the water, but I don't have anything that lets me swim yet. I just kind of float there. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. There's some stuff that like I don't know how deep I'll go into it. Did you get to the part where
I just saw the boss fight. Like I accidentally walked into that boss fight.
Yeah.
I died and I was like, and this is probably my compliment to the game. Like I know exactly what that game is.
Yeah.
40 minutes into it.
Yep.
And I know I'm not ready for it right now.
Yep.
But I know when I am ready, I got a brand new experience that I've never.
Yep.
Yeah. So
it's all that.
It's a shame that I played Super Metroid probably like 2.5 months ago because I think that kind of killed it for me. But when I'm ready, I would definitely be going back to this because I was interested. I like that boss fight. I think that first design was pretty cool.
Fucking wild shit, man.
Yeah, that was something I like.
Boss
Cuphead.
Fight. Yeah.
That fucking Medusa bitch,
yeah. No, so right after you get through that boss fight, your ship lands ashore, and a couple people kind of like station up in this little house. So that main guy you talked to at the beginning, and then a lady and her daughter set up a shop. So he becomes your like kind of craft thing. So you go to him and you can build new weapons or build potions or build whatever.
What's it to do with the ponytail?
Yeah. Jonathan or some shit like that. And then the other lady is just a straight up shop. Like you buy stuff from her or sell stuff to her or whatever. There's some stuff like with him, you can go there and you can like make all these recipes. And it's like, whoa, okay. I don't know if I'm ever going to do that. Like, I don't need that stuff in games. Like, I don't know. Not why I'm there. There were a couple of things, like, I just kind of complained about Time Spinner last week with those fucking fetch quests.
Yeah.
And, like, this had that also. Like, there's someone that ends up over there, and they're like, if you could, they put a little bit more, like, bravado to it. It's like, oh, we loved Evelyn of our village, and Evelyn's husband is now missing. No thanks to those damn demons. If you kill 3 demons,
that's the thing. Though. I hate when like the person says the 3. Yeah. Like say it, if you wouldn't mind clearing out
maybe they didn't say 3. Yeah,
but like that's how you got to do it. If you wouldn't mind clearing out some demons, and then the fucking objective ticker says 0 out of 4, or whatever.
Yeah. It might have said like to avenge him, please kill demons, something like that. Whatever.
Like I was bought into your story, then it's like, could you go outside and kill exactly 3 demons?
Hit the X button to do an attack. What?
And the one good thing about this one, as opposed to the one last week, which I don't like this anyway, but at least this one, it's not like it's a side thing completely. Like the other one made it seem like it was mandatory. This is optional. You get rewards for it, and I already feel encouraged to explore this place in a way that I'm naturally going to get those anyway. Where last week I felt like I was like, oh, I just have to go do this now. It's not a choice for me. I like Miriam as a character. I think she's a lot of fun to play as. Like she moves cool. The movements there, like there's a couple things where you're like, all right, baby, let me slam that triangle button and just fucking backdash. Nope, not happening.
I thought it was L1.
It's L1, but there's a slight cooldown on the backdash. You can't just across the screen like you could with Alucard.
No, I don't know. I feel like I backdash somewhere to a chest.
It's got it there, and like there was a boss fight I had to do against
Alucard.
No. Is Zangetsu the fucking ninja boy?
It's the samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's who David Hayter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was Jabel for some reason. Zangetsu. I fought him. You fight him. He's a motherfucker too. And yeah.
So is Liquid Snake.
But backdashing in that fight was useful. But backdashing's not the triangle backdash of the Symphony days for sure.
No, I mean, good first impression for me. Like I said, I know you weren't into the wall of text, but the cutscene right before that boss fight in the ship, like I get motives.
Yep, cool.
They're totally defended. Like I want to see a little bit more of that story. It's one of those unique stories where I actually kind of think like the bad guy has like a case for what he's trying to do. Sure. I get it. But yeah, like just. I don't know when I'm going to be ready, but when
one
I'm
day
ready.
You'll wake up and you go, I need to play
obviously, I guess like before December, but...
What does your Miriam look like?
So that's cool too. You get
So that's cool. I made her into.
Yeah, you
Trying
get
to stop my
customization
sentence there.
options, and you can change. So on the fly, if you like put on like I got a stone mask pretty early on. When you put that on, like she's wearing it both in the pause menu and in the game. She's running around with a stone mask on. Cool. But you do get a dude you go to in the library who you can change your hair style and color, skin color. I
think
might be missing something.
The real question I'm trying to ask here.
Did I just make lightning?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I know.
Or Morgan.
One of the best.
Neither, surprisingly. I kind of kept her looking mostly the way she was. I made her hair straight, long, and just dark ass black.
I made Alucard.
Yeah, I made Alucard with black hair.
I'm gonna make Tifa.
This.
Well, Alucard does have black hair in the Sorrow games.
Yeah, you're right.
Arikado.
Yeah, he looks a little bit more like Arikado. Yeah, it's cool. It's a nice touch though. Like, there's a lot of things where you're like, ooh man, I wish they would have done like playing Symphony of the Night. Is to me perfect game. But there's those little things where you're like, oh man, I wonder if they had made this later, could they? And like now you're seeing some of that stuff come to life, like character customization, or the fact that like in Symphony of the Night, the thing that I always loved is the secret boots that like make your character literally 1 pixel higher, which is fucking stupid, but it's so funny, and the fact that something you put on or equip your character with can have a physical change to it. Even in Symphony, like you could change the cloak color when you'd swap out different things and it would change the cape color, or when you got Joseph's cloak for like 30 grand or whatever it was, you could manually change the RGB sliders on the cape color, which was always like my favorite fucking thing because I would just make it look like a Batman cape. And
Joseph's cloak, is that a reference?
Of course it is,
Like
dude.
Technicolor. Okay,
Dude. Symphony of the Night, like you would love all the weird little when you get lost in those. The secret boots is one of my favorite ones. The fact that you get pizza by killing frogs in the like there's a lot of
That was something I noticed there. Yeah.
Donkey Kong with the barrel, like that's another one.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot to mention because it's kind of related. Final Fantasy Adventures had a Castlevania reference.
Tell me more.
I was in a tower.
Yeah.
Trying to again still rescue this girl that I had stayed for a little bit. Turns out the person that captured her was secretly this big ass vampire, and at that time in that tower, I got the weapon, the chain. So I fought a vampire with the chain inside that tower
in an upside down castle. What?
So yeah, you can see a lot of that stuff like
that's cool.
Come forward and
I'm sure Bloodstained will have some of that too.
Yeah. The music again, like that's another part that you just feel like you're in Symphony of the Night because it's Michiru Yamane doing the music again, and she fucking kills it as always. It's just so good.
Nice.
It just feels like going home again.
Good.
You're like,
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, because I was really so fucking skeptical.
So
with the delays and the like. And then the Switch port's delayed a week, or it's a week off, and it's 30 frames per second compared to PS4.
Oh, what are you playing on?
I'm playing on PS4.
Okay.
Yeah. But like all those little things where you're like, what the fuck's going on? So many different Sorry, I know I didn't mean to cut you off. But
no, you're good.
At one point, the development team changed. Then it changed again. Then they brought Way Forward in very last minute. But it's like, what's going on with this thing? Why is this all fucked up?
Oh God, don't be like Duke Nukem.
Yeah, it was like you had all those things, and it's like, what is happening? But to see it all now out, it's really good. And there were some weird like day one problems that I saw people had. I'm in the Discord, and like I saw like the PS4 version had some weird things. There's a chest bug that was affecting certain people. But the what do you call it? Community team or whatever has been like completely transparent with everyone. Like Discord, like at everyone in the Discord messages like, hey, here's the update for this. Here's this. Kickstarter backers, here's that. Like just left and right.
And they're going to be adding so much more too.
Yeah, I mean 13 DLC things coming.
That's a lot.
All free.
Yeah, all free. Is it free or do you have to buy? You have to buy Igarashi's boss fight. I think is what it is. Something like that.
You fight him.
Yeah, they made him. Yeah, pretty cool. Sorry, you were gonna say.
No. So I kind of forgot Curse of the Moon was a game
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
went
yeah.
into this. That is a prequel to this.
It's like a prequel / sequel / reimagining of the story in this game.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
I thought it was a prequel.
I did too until like reading about it recently again, and it's like apparently it's like kind of the same story, just read. It's not
But
unlike
it can't
how.
be a prequel because Miriam is in that game, and Miriam's supposed to be in a slumber.
Yeah. That's why it's like it's not a full ass.
That's what you get in the wall of text that Joe may have skipped.
I was like, yeah, but it's like that game also had like 5 different endings, like 5 different like new game pluses to where it's different
I
endings.
remember
So,
that.
But
she
remember
could have
the,
ended up like that afterwards.
Remember when 8-bit? I mean, Inti Creates made the Mighty Gunvolt,
Mm-hmm.
and that was kind of like a demake of their Azure Striker Gunvolt.
Oh, was it?
And like the story is almost, I mean, it is beat for beat, but you can
I
also
didn't know
play as
that.
Mighty.
I thought it was just like a thing.
No, when you play, because I remember playing that and being like, and then I played Azure Striker Gunvolt, and I was like, wait, this feels a lot. Oh, it's the same. It's the same. And I think they did the same thing with Curse of the Moon,
Okay.
where it's like an 8-bit demake of Ritual of the Night.
Interesting.
But more in the Castlevania 3 approach, where this is Metroidvania, big open castle. That
Right.
one was that stage based.
Do you have dialogue options? Like, does your choices matter?
In this game,
Yeah,
not
because
that
that's that one was all about.
yeah,
Because you were Zangetsu, and you can either absorb your allies or
Yeah.
have them on your team.
I have not seen any of that stuff yet. Like, where choice matters. There's still a couple cool areas that I'm like curious. Like there's something, this little skinny area that I can't get through, and there's like mirrors or like these white surfaces that I'm like, I don't know what that is. So there's like different powers I'm sure I've yet to discover.
You need to make 2B.
Um,
That's perfect for this game.
yeah, because you gotta slike it. Yeah,
Just the dress,
yeah.
find a blindfold.
All right, well, I gotta go.
In the development section of the Wikipedia page for Curse of the Moon, it states to keep the story interesting, Zangetsu was made the main character instead of Miriam, who stars in Ritual of the Night, and the timeline was set 10 years in the past. The game was developed in about 6 months. Although originally planned to be a prequel, Aizu, is that how you say the developer, I'm assuming, Aizu?
Or Izu.
Okay. Believes the game grew into more of a spin-off. So,
yeah, I can see that.
And you will be able to play as Zangetsu, I think it's DLC.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
he's the brother, right?
Brother?
I don't know if he's
Or the other
brother.
dude afflicted with the shards that's still alive.
He's the dude in the red.
He still might have a shard problem, but I think Miriam's brother is a different character. Because I think that's the main
It
villain,
might not be
right?
brother. I may have misspoke.
Because I thought that at first, but I think the brother looks
At
different.
the end of the day, who cares? Because who cared about the story in Symphony of the Night?
Whoa, careful. I did a lot.
Like a fucking upside down cat.
What is a
comes out of
man?
the sky.
Matt, what is a man?
So yeah, that's
Yeet. I'll show you. What is a man? That's how they should redo the dialogue in the next remaster. Yeet. What is a man?
I like it a lot. I'm happy it's finally here. I'm happy it's good. I'm
Yeah,
enjoying
it
it.
turned out pretty solid.
Yeah. And that is basically it for me, video game wise. I dicked around with a couple things, but that's the main juice.
Cool.
Was there any news worth talking about? Anything like?
I don't even know.
Because I got nothing that I'm like.
Nothing that isn't like an extent of E3, I guess.
Yeah.
Like just tidbits, but nothing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there's been like these little, people are still recovering.
Yeah, in breaking news, EA said that Anthem is not working well.
They didn't have to say that to know that.
Yeah, are they the last ones to know?
That's why I
Yeah,
said
I know, maybe.
that's why I said in breaking news.
I get it because the game's broken.
Oh, Dr. Warrior's coming. Or
Dr.
Dr. Mario.
That is, yes, that's the only news worth talking about. Let's do that
Coming
and
soon.
close it on that.
July 10th.
Yeah, I'm
Actually-
there.
Actually, looks more polished than Mario Kart.
It goes up though.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know.
It'll be fine.
And there's a green virus, I think.
I
I saw some green in the tutorials.
I'm not seeing green on their website.
You have to watch the video
All right.
where they're like, "Here's how to play."
But I'm just like the artwork
Yeah.
on the
Yeah, I only see the 3
viruses
there.
or whatever.
And they have voices.
Yeah, that's not a good move.
Whatever.
They shouldn't have done that.
It's Dr. Mark. Who the fuck cares?
You can also be Dr. Peach and Dr. Bowser,
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Dr. Toad.
Which, like, who gave these people medical licenses?
Especially Bowser.
Yeah.
Like, why the hell does he have? He's kidnapped Peach thousands of times at this point.
Where's Dr. Waluigi?
Wow.
That's the doctor I
He's
trust.
out there playing tennis and being an assist trophy in Smash.
Oof.
Ah, man.
So Dr. Luigi's a thing, but it's Dr. Lugu a thing.
Oof. Not yet, but, you know. Give it time. Yeah, I think that's basically everything I got.
I'm scrolling through. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
It's fuck EA.
Yeah. Well, then we're going to wrap it here. A nice solid 2-hour chunk of video game conversation. This is a good episode.
Let's talk about games, man.
I know. That's something that's all you need to do.
Talk about Dotes? Like, come on, man.
Well, I don't know if you need to do that.
It's the best.
If you missed it, we had a new episode of Free Cheese Wrestling go live last Friday. Free Cheese Wrestling High Altitude.
Shocking ending.
Yeah. What a wild ride.
Where does it go from here?
No one knows.
That's actually kind of true. No one knows. But where does it go?
Did you guys see the ads yet?
I scrubbed. I didn't see all the ads yet, but I saw the one. I think you.
No, yeah, I only saw the one that you shared in the group chat.
All right, then we'll have to. Yes, if you're listening
Has to
out
not
there.
spoil it.
I know. You saw it. I know you saw it. Yeah, you're welcome, motherfucker.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's still on the menu of various restaurants.
Well, it shouldn't be.
It should be bought.
If you want to know what we're talking about, go watch Free Cheese Wrestling High Altitude. First women's championship this time around.
Yes, first introduction to the women's division, women's championship. Some pig noises could follow. Yeah, we had also the introduction of our new, well, this is a briefcase you win, but our contract match. Winner gets guaranteed anytime match with the Free Cheese champion. So that match went up, or that match happened, and all the other belts were defended.
Yeah,
or an attempt at defense.
Yeah, right. They were. Yeah. So yeah, check that out. Freecheese.com and YouTube. We're all on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at @SomeFreeCheese. Marc is at @AllGunNderscoreMental. Matt is at MattyIce131, and I am at The Free Cheese. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Free Cheese Podcast. Thank you, Marc. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, listener, for listening. We'll see you next time.